Introducing FANZONE. My friend Elliot from Canada.
We are still
Say we are
top of the league. Say we are top of the league. We are top of the league. Say we are top of the league.
Allows any fan, anywhere you are on the planet, to broadcast live into our shows at the push of a button via our website or app.
I'm tired of hearing about the Europa League like it's silverware. So is the League Cup. So is the Dubai Cup. So is the Community Shield.
Michael, come on, they're not the same level.
No, I mean it.
Cecile. My guy.
FANZONE on AFTV Plus. You can download it on iOS or the Play Store and have your say.
How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Match Day Live. And it's Manchester City at the Etihad. It's the big one. It's the final boss. It's the Premier League final, whatever you want to dub it tonight. It's a big one with 5-6 games left to go after this. It does feel like it's a winner takes all, but we'll see how it goes, people. We'll see how it goes. Before I introduce the panel, as always, people, I want to say thank you to NordVPN for powering this Match Day experience. Use the code AFTV at the checkout, or click the link below to visit nordvpn.com/AFTV for the AFTV special. And there's a 30-day money-back guarantee.
It's somewhere in London and it's looking pretty red. Lee Judges is attempting to score some new content. He's got to get past a hacker, malware, and password attacks. Lee takes off. But look, the hacker sends password attacks towards Lee. He's dispossessed of all his passwords and data. He goes again, but he's hacked to the ground. Look at Lee's in pain and they're mocking him. Wait, he's got a last-minute transfer deal. He's got NordVPN on his team now. I mean, is that even legal? Oh, that's next-generation encryption absolutely blinding the opposition. And the fastest VPN on the planet flies past password attacks, takes down the ball and scores! That's fresh content on your favourite streaming services. You're protected on multiple devices, back of the net. Just change your location in the app. Go to nordvpn.com/AFTV now.
And we're back, people. Big up NordVPN. AFTV is the code. There's a link in the description. nordvpn.com/AFTV. The AFTV special is there. 30-day money-back guarantee. You know what to do. And let's get into it. Manchester City at the Etihad. To be honest with you, I watched Starting 11 and you all got a rousing introduction. You know what? I'll do it again. To my right, we have Laurie in the building. To my left, we have Dan Potts. A debut on the channel for Izzy. What you say, Izzy? Just behind Izzy, we have Guna Lee. Big
Big fucking Guna Lee.
He's on one today.
I know!
He's on one today. I think he's nervous about it.
He must be nervous.
BFG, man, that's my guy, man.
Next to Guna Lee, we have Shah. Just behind me, we have Kwame in the building. And to Kwame's right, a return for Rory.
Yes, welcome back, Rory.
Cool.
And we have our wonderful host,
where do we begin? I'm going to start with the simple question. How are we feeling? Obviously, James did ask on the Starting 11, but there's less than half an hour to go. There's just over 20 minutes to go now till kickoff. Izzy, debutant, let's start with you.
My emotions have been all over the place.
What, today or leading up to?
No, leading up. It's been hovering over me like all week, like nervous. Then I was a bit like, oh, do you know what? We might do it. Excited. Now I'm numb. I don't know where it's going.
You don't know what to do.
God knows, yeah.
Hey, Laurie, are you going to piss me off today? Next week?
Seriously, this is the biggest game of the season so far. Not just for Arsenal, the Premier League, biggest game of the season. I'm really looking forward to it. And after seeing Robbie's speech today, that Winston Churchill, I'm optimistic, man.
What are you saying? He gassed you up, yeah?
Well, yeah, he did. I mean, you couldn't be failed to be gassed up after watching that. I felt like I was going out to war. I wanted to sign up for the army after watching that, man.
Rory, you're back again. Yes. Obviously, you was here for the Liverpool game. How are you feeling about this one?
Nervous, excited, just want to get out of the first 5 minutes without conceding it, and we'll take it from there. But I'm a bit I'm confident.
5 minutes, let's get out of the first minute without conceding
first minute.
But then we'll go about the 5. Dan, it's been a while since I've spoken to you.
Yeah, it's been a while, bro. Listen, I'm calm because I feel like Friday was disappointing and damaging. I said that earlier. So it's allowed me to be calmer into this game because I kind of feel like I fear the worst. So anything other than that is going to be a bonus to me. I've kind of accepted in my head that this could be over now. And I was more upset on Friday. So for me now, I'm all right, man. We'll see what happens, innit? Yeah.
Trying to go in calm. Shah, opposite of calm.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I've got some mad emotions. I feel excited. I feel nervous. I feel sick.
Shah, nervous, you know.
I know.
I've had that all season.
I have belief in this team. Like, I feel like they're just going to put out an amazing performance tonight and do something special. But I am feeling nervous at the same time.
Shah's hoping Arsenal turn it on, innit?
Oh my God.
You ain't going to let that down, here.
I know, that is just mad. But no, I believe in this team. But yeah, excited and nervous.
Lee, excited, nervous, or how Shah's feeling?
Nah, man, definitely nervous. And no one can see James in the background, but I'm representing him on the screen, man. I'm very, very. He can't sit down. I can't think about anything else. You know, you want the game to start, but you don't want it to start.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling, Lee.
Yeah, so let's just hope. And look, like obviously, I'm sure we're going to get to score predictions. But if we lose, I just want to, make sure that it doesn't have repercussions moving forward because you just never know. So let's see.
So what are you saying? Sorry, Kwame, before we move on to say, even with a loss, you're still, I wouldn't say optimistic, but you still think there's a chance there.
I thought the league was done after West Ham. Personally, I thought it was done after West Ham, but you just never know. Like, football is a wonderful sport, and that's why we love it. That's why we're here. So that's where I'll leave it.
We'll get into it. Kwame, last but not least, man, how are you feeling, my guy? You're really so positive and optimistic. Feeling the same?
Yeah, I was a bit, when you saw me first time, I was a bit nervous, but no, you know what? We need to get used to this because when we get into the Champions League next year, these are the kind of games we're going to be getting excited for. This is the level that we're going to be playing up against. You know, like with City, they've got to play Real Madrid and whosoever. That's what we're going to be doing. So I don't want it to seem like it's this godly team that can't be beaten. We can beat them on their day. So I've got faith in the team. Just go out there, same thing what Lee said. Go out there, leave everything on the pitch. The same way they were on their knees, hands and knees, against the Southampton game, I want the same, but for a good reason. And they're showing him now, right now. Gabriel Jesus, I know everyone's mentioned it, but I think he needs to score today. I want him to score today, 100%.
I hear you, my bro. Let me do the lineup as well, and then we'll get our thoughts on it and discuss what Mikel Arteta's done. Not much, obviously, but we'll see. Ramsdale's in goal, Ben White, right back Zinchenko, left back. Then you have Holding and Gabriel. So no change there. Partey, Xhaka's back in for Vieira and Odegaard, the midfield three. Saka, Martinelli and Jesus, with the subs being Turner, Tierney, Kivior, Jorginho, Smith Rowe, Vieira, Trossard, Reece Nelson and Eddie Nketiah. So the only change being Xhaka coming back in for Vieira. There was a lot of talk about defence, maybe a shake-up. A lot of talk about Rob Holding and Zinchenko too. Over the last couple of games there, people haven't been overly impressed with his performances. Dan, let's start with you. I mean, in terms of the lineup, you happy with that? Would you have changed anything else up? Or do you think it makes more sense to go with what we've kind of been doing all season?
Listen, I said earlier it's interesting that Pep's made a change because it proves that we are a serious team and he's feeling that potentially Martinelli and Saka can do some damage. So I thought perhaps that we might have shored ourselves up defensively, seeing as we've conceded, what's it been, 6 goals in 3 now? No, 7 goals in 3. So I probably would have brought Kieran Tierney in. I probably would have shored it up, but I probably wouldn't have dropped Zinchenko. I would have gone very, very similar to what James would have done earlier, which is you go 3 at the back, drop Rob Holding, and play the 3 at the back with Zinchenko and then Saka as the wing back, and then go for it there with the front 3.
What Saka right wing back?
So I'll go Saka and Zinchenko and allow them to go forward, and then have White, Gabriel and Tierney as a back 3, and then Xhaka, Partey, and then the 3 of Odegaard, Martinelli and Jesus.
You don't think that would have taken away some of the attacking threat from Saka?
No, because I feel like there's still an amount of attacking threat you can have there, and it's different. I think if we try to play Man City, we might not be the best thing to do. That's all I'm saying. But he's going to go for it today, it seems. It's no surprise to me. I didn't expect that team that I just said. I knew it would be this one.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I could have said that may have shored us up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But he's gone all out for it now. So let's just hope that. But most of the goals we've conceded have been down Zinchenko's side, haven't they?
Yeah.
Let's stop that now. Let's stop that, man. It can't happen anymore.
I hear you. Some super chats in Ibby says, never even heard of these City players, an easy win. Obviously a tongue-in-cheek comment there. Liberty says there's 3 results in football, draw, win or a loss. Don't worry. I don't think that's eased my concerns, but thanks for the super chat. Marco says, clap for Arsenal if we don't concede in the first minute. Kwame, same question to you, man. The lineup, Xhaka's in for Vieira. Happy with that, or would you have done a little more considering some of the doubts defensively that we've been seeing over the last few games?
Gosh, I mean, yeah, Xhaka. I think Xhaka coming in would be good. I think his partnership with Partey has been good throughout the season. So we was a bit exposed having Vieira there. Going to what Dan was saying about Saka, I agree with what you're saying, Turks. What you're saying, like if we was to compromise and pull Saka back, that would compromise us going forward. I think the best form of defence is our attack. The only person that I would have changed, or the person I would have included in the squad, everyone knows, is Trossard. I must be flying the flag alongside Izzy for Trossard. But I just think the same way Pep changed something, I would have liked to have seen Arteta change something. Just throw in, I said it before, about throwing in a curveball, because I don't want us to be too predictable, because then what is going to be our plan B if all fails? But I'm pretty optimistic. Nathan Ake, I think defensively for them, is a big loss as well, just as much as Saliba is for us. But we need to just pray on that, and hopefully we can do something special.
Who would Trossard have come in for you?
I said put him on for Martinelli, where everyone was like,
I don't want to hear that. Martinelli's too. Martinelli's the guy in this crucial run that we've had since, let's say, since the loss to City. No one's performed better than Martinelli.
No, but I just think we need to just change something. There's no player is undroppable. I'm not saying drop him at his peak, but I'm just saying I'm a big believer in players. You see how with the Liverpool game, and Klopp brought on flipping Firmino, and everyone was like, "Oh my days, like Firmino's going to score." He always scores. You have those types of players that do that. They have that feel for a game. Trossard is one of those guys. He done it for Brighton. And I said, well, why not we just throw in a curveball and include him in the squad and see what happens? Because we've done the same thing. We had this same lineup, bar Partey at home, and what happened? We lost the game. So for me, it's just like, I just want to just see something different. But I'm going to back the team. Obviously, I'll back the team and see how we get on.
Izzy, you've been name dropped, so you wanted Trossard in as well?
I did want Trossard in.
Yeah.
Only because I just feel like when he does come on the pitch, he does have such a presence and he does do things for us. But like, again, I am a big Martinelli fan, and
yeah,
I think you can't take him away from the team sometimes as well. I don't know, I just thought a bit of a change, but
it doesn't necessarily have to be for Martinelli.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know, he can play across the front three. So any one of those front three players would have been an option. But I understand keeping it the same, because for the majority of Jesus has been missing for the majority. But that starting 14 game period before the World Cup, the three up front, they was doing their thing. Since Jesus has come back, you know, Jesus, he's got a few goals under his belt, so it would have been harsh to change it up, but maybe there was other ways to potentially fit in Trossard. Laurie, what would you have done differently? Are you happy with the way it is, Xhaka in for Vieira? And
Yeah, I'm largely happy with the team. I said on the Starting 11 show I didn't expect it to be any different, especially knowing how Arteta operates. I would personally have brought in Tierney for Zinchenko to solidify the defence a little bit, because I think defensively he's more robust than Zinchenko. But I can see why he's gone for Zinchenko. And look, you know, I've got no complaints with the team. What I would say though, and we did speak about this on the Starting 11 show, I want to see the manager be more proactive with his in-game management. So there's likely going to be substitutions to be made. Make them at the right times, not when the game's lost. Try and be proactive and respond accordingly, rather than sort of being behind the 8 ball and none of this bringing on Eddie with 5 minutes to go. If you're going to bring Eddie on, give the man some time to affect the game properly. That's my thoughts, and I'm confident.
Rory, give us your thoughts on the lineup and the change. Well, the sole change being, I guess it's a change, but we all expected Xhaka to be back in.
Yeah, I don't know, it's tricky, right? I think I would have changed the back line somehow. I feel like we've seen that back line since Saliba's been out, and it's got progressively worse in terms of teams figuring out how they can get at us, especially in transition. So, but it's easy to sit here and say I'd have made a change, but I don't actually know what that change would have been. Like there's no good fix for it. So I don't know, it's difficult. I feel like changing the formation, going to like a 5 or a 3 back, we've not done that. We've not played like that all season, so it's a big change for everyone. We've just got to hope for a Rob Holding masterclass and just pray at this point.
I know what you mean into the suggestions because, listen, Arteta's got such a job on his hands tonight. If he changes the lineup, he changes the formation and we don't get a result, people will ask why has he changed it. If he doesn't change it and we don't get a result, people will ask why he didn't change it. So he's just... exactly. To be honest, personally, Rory, we were speaking whilst the starting 11 was on. If I was to do anything, and I'm not a manager, I'm nowhere near qualified, Mikel Arteta's the man, and I'm happy with what he's gone with because I've been happy with our progress over the last 18 months and I trust him a lot more than I did back then. But I would have probably started Zinny right back and Tierney left back, and that would allow Zinny to float in and leave a back three of Ben White, Gabriel and Tierney, just because of the doubts about Rob Holding and the battle against Haaland. But like you said, there is no guaranteed fix that will make it work. So we move, Xhaka in, Shah.
Listen, I am happy. I feel like we did miss Xhaka in the last game, against Southampton. So to have him back in the team, I think he's crucial. He's been fundamental for us throughout this season, and I feel like he's going to have a big impact today as well. So happy that he's come back in. And in terms of the lineup, I'm happy with what Mikel Arteta's gone for. I feel like it's far too risky to be making any bold changes, in a game like this. So happy with the starting 11 and great to see Xhaka back.
Risky making changes to the formation, Lee. Do you agree with that, or do you think after our last few performances and the fact that it is Man City at the Etihad, maybe that was a necessity tonight?
Yeah, look, as I said, I think on the starting 11, I said I would have definitely changed the formation. I can see 100%, and as I said, it was a bit contradictory of me because I can see the issues of changing the formation, but I just think, as I said, any time I see Rob Holding in I really do. That's the sticking point for me. Like, I think that's the problem. So, and I'll try and get him out of that team for a game like this. When you play Leeds at home, when you play Crystal Palace at home, you can get certain stats like 91% passing and 11 passes accurate out of, I think it was 13 he had. This isn't going to probably happen in a game like this. And as I said, I think yesterday or was it the day before that, I saw a certain Mr. Haaland tweet, he's ready for this game. And he's been licking his lips ever since thinking about Rob Holding because he knows that's the guy he's going to go up against. So I think that's what the team are. Honestly, I think when you look at that, they were in their meeting room. I think they all saw Rob Holding, they were laughing. Honestly, that's what I think about. They were all in the room. They were all in that room.
Not a fan then, Lee,
They were all laughing at him. And it's not like we can bust jokes. It's not about like me laughing and trying to target anybody, but I'm trying to win the Premier League here. I'm not worried about like people caring if I'm picking on somebody. If you're not good enough or you're inadequate, which he is shown to be against the big and top teams, then I don't mind calling it out because, as I said, if it was just getting to second place, I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't be bothered. But if I'm trying to win the game today, and if I see a difference between obviously certain players and I feel like there's another option, I'll call it out. And as I said, I feel like he's just...
Was he the reason as to why we lost the last 2 games?
But as I said, if you look at it tactically, I said on many occasions he wasn't actually poor. He wasn't the reason why. But let me finish. He wasn't the actual reason specifically. He didn't make any mistakes. But when you look at the way we play, we drastically changed the way we play with him. And you've seen even the graphic. I don't even need to bring up the Sky Sports graphic about the amount of chances, XG chances. We've gone from 2nd to 19th with him in the team. And again, I'm not saying him directly is the reason why, but as I said, he just gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't trust him on the ball. I don't trust him with his headering.
The games we went 2 goals up, isn't it?
No, you're right. But again, what you're doing is you're conflicting 2 points. I'm trying to explain.
You're going to XG. You're talking about stats. You're being a stat man.
No.
You don't need to do that.
You got to listen. You got to listen.
I'm listening. Go on.
You got to listen. I'm trying to explain. You're conflicting 1 point with another. You're trying to say that the reason why I'm saying the reason why Holding is in the team and we haven't won is because he's in the team. Yeah. I'm not. I'm saying I don't think he's a good enough footballer, period.
All right.
So I'm also saying that he wasn't the reason why we lost or drew those games. He wasn't, 100%. But the way we play has had an ultimate shift and patterns in the way we play. So you can see, if you watch the West Ham game, you see on many occasions Gabriel ushering Holding to move forward. Why? Because he wasn't. Because he wasn't naturally making angles for him to pass the ball. So when you see that, and you see Saliba, of course, he's a much better player. That's his natural game to do that. When you see Rob Holding passing out from the back, or his lack of passing at the back, I did the watch along with you, Rory, and you, Turkish, and you made that clear and obvious mistake. Saliba doesn't do that on more time than not. So again, people need to stop conflicting. And you know, you're my guy, so it's not you. But I'm not trying to say that he is the sole purpose.
I think we all know that he's a weaker link.
Yes, he's a weaker link.
But what I would say about that is that the rest of the team, especially the defenders and midfielders, need to help him out.
Of course, yeah. And look, as a smart team, smart players and a manager, you need to know who's good and what they're good at and try and help them. So look, one thing I do like about Rob Holding is he doesn't do this whole if he knows that the pass isn't on, he will hoof it up there. I actually like that. He knows his level. But if we're going up against world-class players to try and win the league, because there's a difference between, just trying to get to the league or to win it, I would rather him not be in the team.
Of course, and I think everyone shares that. Arteta knows that, but this is the cards that we've been dealt. The same way when Gabriel Jesus got injured, we had to change tactically. We couldn't play a certain way. Partey is injured, we had to change it. It's always going to be like that. We're not going to be perfect in that sense, but I just think we have to back it. I get what you're saying, 100%. If you're thinking of a weak link, yes, on paper or from previous performances, you look at him, but we have to back him for today. And then if he does have a poor performance, 100%.
No, but yes, but if we're talking about the overall game, I think Turkish, Laurie, Dan, people spoken about, there are other options. You said Trossard, so you don't have to go with Rob Holding. That isn't it's not like we're stuck with 12 players. You could play Tierney at the back. That's my point. So I think when you look at the structure in the game,
but then we might lose the aerial battles.
No, you might. But let's be real. And again, Rob Holding, I'm sorry, you don't even win your headers anyway. He doesn't even win his headers anyway. Whether it's I saw him get out-jumped by Sterling. Please don't tell me he wins his headers. Please do not tell me.
Moving on a bit though, right? I think
he wins his headers. He doesn't.
I think one of the interesting matchups today for me anyway is seeing Kyle Walker come into the team, because obviously he's going to match up against
Let's do the City lineup.
I think that's crucial.
Let me get through the City lineup. The players are walking out, so kick-off is imminent. Ederson's in goal for City, obviously. It looks like they've gone one second. It looks like they've gone with a back three, Walker, Diaz and Akanji. Then you have Stones and Rodri just in front, but obviously Stones can slot in as the centre-back as well. Bernardo on the right, Grealish on the left, De Bruyne and Gundogan behind, Haaland up top, of course, and as Laurie said, Walker's in there. But Akanji being on the left against Saka, that should be an interesting one. I think Saka can find some success there. It'll be difficult for Martinelli with Walker, but Walker hasn't really been up to his usual standard this season. So we should have some success on the wings as long as we can transition well and get the ball to them early. Listen, people, we are about 3 minutes away from kickoff. We are going to do predictions shortly. Before we do, thanks to our sponsor yet again, NordVPN, for powering the ultimate Arsenal fan match experience right here on AFTV. Use the code AFTV at the checkout or click the link below to visit nordvpn.com/AFTV for the AFTV special.
NordVPN is the ultimate tool for exploring the internet. It's like having a Swiss Army knife that protects you from online threats, helps you to access fresh content and gives you anonymity, and so much more. So make sure that you've got NordVPN in your arsenal. Get it? In your arsenal? Click the link. And with the AFTV special, you can save even more. Click the link to be invincible.
And we're back, people. Big up Nord, link in the description. You know what to do. Prediction time. Izzy, let's start with you.
Look at that bench.
I'm going to be positive.
Yep.
I'm going to go over 2-1 to us.
2-1 Arsenal. Dan?
3-1 City.
I
have to be fair, man. I can't. Hopefully it's reverse psychology and we come out fighting and we do it. But I've just got to be real, innit?
Yeah,
you just got to speak what it is. They're playing great. I hope we absolutely batter them. But we ain't defensively. I just don't think we're going to keep him out. So I can see it being a bit of a disappointing one. But I hope I'm wrong, man.
Yeah, so do I. 2-1 from Izzy to Arsenal, 3-1 City from Dan.
You know what?
Laurie.
As much as I respect Dan for being honest, I'm going to go with Izzy. I'm one of those speak it, believe it, achieve it guys. I'm going 2-1 Arsenal because I have been confident and I do think we've got it within us to get a win. If Brentford can go there and win, we can go there.
Rory.
1-1.
1-1. Would you be happy with that?
Yeah, not as happy as a win,
Of course,
but I would take it. I think that leaves pressure on City going into the rest of their games.
Cool. Kwame.
2-2.
Would you be happy with that?
With given the circumstances, yeah, I would. They've still got to win their games.
Cool. 2-2. Shah.
Listen, I love this team. Tonight we're turning up. It's 3-2 Arsenal. That's what I'm saying.
3-2 Arsenal.
Lead it.
Confidently.
Listen, I'm going to get killed, but I'm going to say 4-1. 4-1 to City. I think they're going to absolutely... I think
Where's the belief in the team, man? Tonight is our night.
I think they're going to trounce us, I'll be honest.
Man.
No, but you know what? I have to
tonight.
respect you and Dan because you've been brave enough to commit to what you think. Because I've spoken to both of you guys off camera, and I'm actually respecting the fact that you didn't cap. So you said one thing previously, and you're sticking to it on screen.
And don't get it twisted. I think.
So I respect his due for that.
Because I've predicted 3-1 City as well, yeah?
Oh, you did?
And on the Big Six when I did it, a lot of the chats, I'm Arsenal fan, you're not a real fan, have some belief. I do believe we can win this game. I actually do believe we can. But will we is another question. I think there's belief there from Dan and Lee that we can win this game.
We will.
But I just don't think, I genuinely...
Doesn't mean we want it to be 3-1.
Yeah, I think Dan put it correct.
It's a difference,
I just don't think we're going to be able to keep them out.
Listen, we've kicked off.
Did you notice straight away Ramsdale went long with that kick? Did you notice?
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
straight
no,
away.
Let's go.
Ref!
He always
Get
does
up,
that.
get up, get up.
It's important that we make a good start.
Yes.
I want to apologise as well because I did miss some super chats. They're not here no more. I didn't manage to get them saved. So if you did send a super chat in, apologies. I know Isaac says I don't get the hype. I seen one about Martinelli there. Someone was asking, do we need to win the Premier League to be the best team in London? I understand the question, but look at this season. We are the best team in London, but you do need to win majors to kind of, you know, turn the city red.
Pep is out already.
And what's your
game is
prediction?
open.
3-1.
Let's go.
City.
Let's go.
3-1 City.
That's what I'm talking
I'm
about.
actually shaking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not okay.
It is massive though, isn't it? That shows how massive it is tonight.
Isn't it? No, this is a big
Massive
game.
Do you
game.
think Jesus should be relishing this, or do you
Go
think...
on.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. He'll definitely be relishing it, man. 100.
Winners.
This is a chance for him to show Pep that he can lead the line for a title winning side.
And let's be honest, last week he was poor. It's probably the
He
worst
was.
game I've
He
seen
missed
him
chances.
have in
He missed
half
3
a year.
big chances against Southampton.
So let's hope he can put it right.
That's why I said he needs to score today, man.
Browsing says, my prediction is 4-3 to Arsenal, a real goal fest. Hashtag AVFC, hashtag Godfather Unai Emery. So that's Aston Villa.
Why has
fan
he
there.
got so much space?
Big up my brethren, Tipperary in the house, a legend of the regular.
Come on, what are you saying?
Big up.
Big up.
This evening.
Hello.
City are just on the edge of our box.
Oh, well done. Let's go.
Kwame's right though, a lot of space in the midfield there.
Too much space for Gundogan to turn there, man.
They all appeal for handball then.
I tell you what though, I think Jack Grealish is gonna be important in this game.
Yeah,
Did you see him smiling? He scored in the last one, didn't he?
Oh,
Who's that?
no, what's he doing there? That's
that's
poor
the
clearance, man.
Who was that?
And White.
Ben White.
Keep up.
Again.
He's a mistake, it's a penalty.
Oh, he's given a
Free
foul.
kick to us.
He's given a foul. Wow.
I think we got away with one there, man. They look like a
I'll tell you what, Michael
I'm
Oliver
sorry, I'm
is,
just grabbing everyone.
Is he? He's going to look at that, and that
was
didn't look
Ramsdale
good.
again.
That didn't look
Yeah,
good.
but what did he give the free kick for?
I think he's.
for a foul on Partey.
For the one that he... Okay.
So
you can
basically, Partey goes to shield.
What is this
Yeah,
shit?
yeah, yeah.
Already, you can see that.
Well, yeah, that's not going to get overturned. He's kicked Partey in the back of the leg.
Already though, Grealish, as you can see, is in the game.
Yeah, I said Grealish should be a key. If you stop Grealish, you stop a lot of stuff happening.
It's not a pen.
Let's just hope that he doesn't look at it
I got
as
that wrong, 'cause I
Partey's
thought
flung his
maybe-
leg in front of De Bruyne's shoot.
I mean, that was how Jota won a penalty against us. So if
Yeah, no, I'm with you. He got his.
To me, De Bruyne,
Is he looking at it or not?
There's not enough to overturn it though. There's not enough to
exactly.
Well done,
yeah.
Michael.
Let's be honest, there's not enough to overturn.
But that's a poor clearance.
Yeah,
from
we
Ben
need to
White.
fix up.
It's
Though,
a-
man. We
it's
can't
a
be-
shame.
Yeah, Ben White, that was poor, really.
I thought it was poor from Ramsdale as well, putting it straight.
That's what I said. I think just pushed it straight
Yeah.
into the path of the attacker.
Completely
Exactly,
unaware.
can't be
There was
doing
no one in the box for them at that time.
Winners.
Come on.
That's it.
Bring it down, Saka. No, cleared by City.
So,
This is what we
Man on.
can't have. That line was quite high.
Come on. Release.
But you got to think, this is
That's
where
it.
the patterns
Vinny.
of play, like we just got to,
back.
get into the game, like give it a bit of time.
Ah, straight back to keeper, Gabby.
Oh, come on. You
See,
got
the
to
thing is, right, in a game like this, high pressure game, you're away from home, you've got to keep the error count down. You just got to play percentages for the first 15, 20 minutes until you get your eye into the game.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
So what Ramsdale did there and what the giving away that free kick is,
nothing risky, man.
yeah, he just
But you know what though?
Play the
It's
percentages.
so annoying because these mistakes in games are
played.
all self-inflicted.
Go on, release.
Come on.
Against Liverpool, the jacket incident, you could label that's what you guys
pass.
were
Oh,
Nice.
Love that. Go on.
He's on side. He's on side. Go on.
That looked
Might
off.
be off by the rest. Oh, he's in there! Get in there, man!
Jesus.
I thought he was well offside.
I thought that was offside. I thought it was off.
Yeah, it looked well off.
He didn't give it. But come on, just.
But you know what? That was good that Saka could get behind him fairly comfortably.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
it was.
encouraging.
It was.
Jesus was very slow there because he should be busting a gut to get into that box. And if he did,
Where is he?
onside.
Where is he?
He looks a bit off.
he's all the way on the left because obviously Martinelli's gone out to the right. Oh, look, he's not really going
Nah,
for it.
yeah,
Yeah,
he ain't.
exactly.
He needs to get in there, man.
But that's the thing. Eddie would have been in there, but you don't get the movement from Eddie.
Time. Good. Keep ball. Keep
In the
ball.
middle, that's it. Well done.
Keep ball, man on.
Hey, man on.
That's it. That's it. Easy. 2 touch. 1.
Let's get a feel of the ball, man, and just.
Rob Holding's made quite a confident start.
Oh, Laurie's done it. Laurie's done it.
No, what's he done wrong?
No, but what's he done for you to say that?
Look, he's making passes.
Who was
No, that pass was a good pass, but
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm not
but-
saying he's man of the match. I'm saying he's
you
made a
can't say he
confident
made a
start.
confident start after one pass.
Second man.
1-1.
Liverpool.
I think he
1-1
means
with West
it's
Ham.
5 minutes and Rob Holding ain't made a mistake. That's what he's meaning.
Well, that as well.
Gakpo scored for Liverpool to make it 1-1. That one kicked off at 7:45.
Who
Is that
scored
West
for West
Ham?
Ham?
Yeah, who scored for them?
Not too sure.
Hope it's my boy Mikel
Declan
Antonio.
Rice.
I'll have a quick check. Who scored for West Ham? Paqueta. Antonio assist.
Yep, that's my boy, Reggae boy. Big up the Reggae boys.
Go on, have that.
Go on.
That's brilliant. Oh,
on,
well done.
And you can force a mistake out of Edison. you know.
That is a good point.
Winners.
Yeah.
See, that's what's it. That's what's
Hey, Dill!
How easy?
Oh!
No.
How easy? How easy is that?
What a goal.
Me, bro.
Hey, you know what? He always plays well against us.
Fuck me.
Oh, that's not even playing well. That's just poor.
No, that was a very good goal. Come
Yeah,
on.
no. Good individually from him, but poor from
Gabriel
us.
should be closing that down.
Why are we not? This is De Bruyne, yeah?
You know,
We're not even
when the
closing
pass
him
comes
down.
Instead of shutting it down, he drops off. He allows him to make the run.
Don't concede in the first 5 minutes. Okay, we'll concede in the first 6 then. Sake, boys, that was poor. Individually, Laurie, I get ya, right? But that is, you should not let him do that. There's no way we should be letting him do this.
That's the
That is
No, it
far
is,
too
though.
easy, man.
That there is what City have
That's
got that
the
we don't.
difference.
They can.
Watch this pass here. Look, Gabriel, shut that down. Why is he running back? I know there's a player there, yeah, but you can.
Should Ramsdale have got
Yeah, Ramsdale should have.
near post?
Great touch.
Rob Holding, boy.
Nah, it's Gabriel there.
But still,
No,
man.
but look at
It's
this. Shouldn't he have
Gabriel.
got-
Ramsdale do better there.
Ramsdale should. Well,
He's got to do better than that.
It's a
surely.
quality finish.
It's bent.
That's a quality finish.
Individually, it's class. You can't take away from it. But
he did.
poor
That's what I'm saying
from
is,
Arsenal.
As a top centre back, you can't be getting pinned like that.
You see, bruv, he's gonna get pinned like that.
I'm sorry, man.
You know what you mean as a top centre back? What do you mean? Every centre back would mark him like that.
City,
It's the second ball.
Izzy, what do you think?
In that one, Gabriel.
He's gonna pin anyone.
You don't think the keeper should have done better with that, man?
I mean, that looks
could have
like
done better than that.
It's the second ball. That's the
I think
thing.
it looks like the keeper should have done better, but it was
probably stronger.
To be fair, that angle from like behind the ball, it starts outside the post. It's a hell of a finish, but.
Come on,
very good finish.
Respond. Come on.
You've got so much space. Like, come on, man. This is.
So what do we do now then? What's the tactics going to be now?
This is the thing.
Well, we make sure it's calm and doesn't go 2 or 3 quickly, yeah? Because that's what we need to learn how to do is keep our heads. That was a really poor goal to concede, in my opinion.
Of course it was, Dan, man. Because I want to see it one more time, just so you lot can see what Gabriel did there. Why is he backing off?
Come on, guys.
Stop getting.
This is the game of the season. Crunch him if you have to crunch him.
Man on!
Hey!
Shift it.
Go
Offside, City free kick. So we're 1-0 down, 9 minutes gone.
This is what we was all fearing, wasn't it?
Don't worry, man. We got this. It's still early on in the game.
Yeah, but this is what we didn't want. A poor start.
Yeah, we didn't, but
Still lots of time for Man City to get more goals. That's what it looks like.
4. There's 4 man, at least 4 man there.
Stop it.
It's true. It's true, man. We're not playing well enough, man. We're not playing well enough.
Where you shifted it?
Yeah, they've already had a lot of openings in the midfield.
And I said, who was the most important player I mentioned? Partey. I'm not saying it was him, but I just think they just got too much, man. They've got too much.
Playing at the back, Ramsdale to Gabriel, out to Zinchenko.
I don't know, man.
Look at that.
Just let it go out
that
for
was
a
a
goal
bit
kick.
Sometimes we have to think, look, like we do the playing from the back, but they're just better at it than us. They've got better players.
See, look, he's there.
Look, pin, but it's
Do you know what
the
Look how
runners.
easy brushes
It's
him
the
off.
runners.
Do you know what though?
But look at this. Look at this. Look.
It's a great finish, man. It's a great finish. I'm not trying to put too much on Ramsdale. I don't know what guys over there will think, but I think that's a great finish.
Yeah.
I think the two
It's
players
a very good finish.
we've spoken about
But I'm
before.
with you, yeah. Rob Holding's got some fault there because you see in the FA Cup tie, yeah, one thing Rob Holding was doing was trying to get overly physical with Haaland. He was trying it there. Realistically, you can drop off Haaland there.
There you go.
It's not like he
didn't have to be that far up as well.
Do you know what I mean? Technically gifted player. But then after that, Haaland's ball was a bit weighty. Gabriel could have shut that down, got the ball.
Yeah, man.
Disarray at the back.
Oh,
that's poor. That's just poor, that. God,
The other thing is, and this is where it's not Holding's fault, but it just is a fact
Fuck
of Holding.
me!
It's the once.
Who's that fucking Grealish? Sorry, Rory.
That's alright. But when Holding got done,
easy. So easy. Well done, Gabriel.
That's a handball. That is definitely a handball.
Yeah, sorry, Rory.
when Holding got done, when he's then recovering, like he's the closest person behind De Bruyne before he shoots. Saliba's pace gets him back to intercept. So Gabriel forces him onto his right, and Saliba would have recovered by that point, but Holding can't. And that's not like, that's just, he just doesn't have pace. It's not a, you can't train him to get better at that. It's just a fact of.
Keep it simple. What are you
But
doing?
Turkish made a very good point there. You can see how nervous Holding is of Haaland because of the way he instantly trying to grab him and manhandle him.
Yeah.
That shows you don't have confidence in yourself.
I don't think it's nerves.
Oh, hey,
So what is
foul. Run that foul.
Yeah, he's giving it.
I don't think it's nerves.
Now, when I say nerves, I mean you're nervous of what
You know what it
that
is,
guy
Kwame?
can
It's
do to you.
overthinking the task at hand. That's what it is. Because he done the same in the FA Cup, got a yellow card, got subbed at half time because he was overly physical with him.
And that's a sign.
That's a foul. He's caught him on the back shin. What's he going on about?
Exactly.
Just chill, man. That was he's need him in the back of the leg.
Because if he sat off with him, they would have said, "Where's Holding? Holding should have put more pressure on him."
No, but what we're saying is you can literally see him trying to manhandle him.
Bro, he's not trying to bro. Like, for me, as a defender, I would have done the same thing. But what I'm saying is, from when the ball gets down, your second ball, there's about 4 men that are around there that should have got in a recovery position, not just Holding. So for me as a defender, if I'm going for a ball, I expect even my other defender to get round me. So I should anticipate, right, if Holding doesn't win that ball, where am I? Am I in the right position? Now you saw De Bruyne come from deep and he ran and no one followed him. It's not about pace, it's just about sticking with your man. They're not doing the basics in that sense.
Yeah, you're right there. Midfielder should have followed. Gabriel should have closed down. Like I said, I don't blame Holding for that one. He's got a part to play in it for sure. I think Gabriel should have closed the ball down. But listen, We're 1-0 down, people. 12 minutes gone. Let's hear from James and Frank at Info Station.
So a few things to touch on. First of all, I think they got the right decision on the pen. It was just a bit of a coming together, whatever, fine. Arsenal then have that opportunity. I agree with Turkish. I think Jesus needs to do more to get into the box, where, because you can see that moves on. You can see the space opens up. And I'm with Turkish. I don't feel like he's really busting a gut to get into the box. On the goal, in terms of who I think's got it wrong, look, Rob Holding doesn't win his battle, but that's going to happen sometimes. I feel a bit for Gabriel, and I tend to do a lot of the defending of Gabriel, but the reason I feel a bit sorry for him is I think there's a pass out wide that he's worried about overcommitting the wrong side of De Bruyne, but De Bruyne kind of reads that, puts on his right foot, and actually takes the strike really early. If I'm honest, I don't think Ramsdale should be beaten from there. I think that, listen, it's a great strike. He really has curved it in almost perfectly. But that's his near post. I think he should have that covered, Ramsdale, personally.
No, absolutely. And I think in terms of who to blame for the goal, I think you have to look at all three of them. Rob Holding gets spun way too easily by Haaland, 2 minutes after Laurie bigs him up. Gabriel needs to get tighter to Kevin De Bruyne. And like you said, Ramsdale, who's not been having the greatest of games recently, gets beaten way too easily at the near post. It's a great finish, don't get me wrong, but Ramsdale kind of invites it because he leaves too much room at that near post. For Kevin, we know how good Kevin De Bruyne is with the ball at his feet. We know who can curve it around Ramsdale. We saw it in the game at home. Kevin De Bruyne knows how to finish a ball. Ramsdale leaves that near post way too open, and Kevin De Bruyne punishes. I think also the first thing we want to do is look for someone to blame, and the reality is, what a brilliant goal from Man City. Absolutely.
I mean, if you're a Man City fan, you're thinking unreal touch from Haaland, brilliant drive from De Bruyne, and a really great finish as well. It's just frustrating that these goals, they feel preventable. But then, I don't know, maybe we are being a bit too harsh. But look, it's 1-0. Arsenal settled on a bit of possession, but here comes a Man City press and they win the ball. I mean, they just took their time and they slowly pressed us into making an error. I think Arsenal just need to be a little bit more compact or a little bit too open. They're playing through our midfield a little bit too easily. But there are opportunities. We already had one where we got in behind, so there are going to be more. Arsenal just need to keep this quite a tight game. I know we're 1-0 up, but try keep it tight and then see where you are, I don't know, towards the end of the half and getting deep into the second half. But let's see, because I think there's chances in this. So back to Turkish and everyone on the watch along.
And we're back, people. Joe with a super chat says, scapegoat search activated, poor from you lot. My guy, all we've done is analyse why we've conceded that goal. Some people have mentioned Gabriel, some people have mentioned Holding, and some Ramsdale. It's not about a scapegoat. We're discussing why we conceded that goal. People just have to stop being so sensitive. We can talk about it,
Personal, that's what we're doing. That's why we're here, to analyse what we're seeing on the screen, people. We're not scapegoating anyone. We're just saying that collectively it was poor.
Yeah, 100%.
Collectively, we're not blaming any one
made a good
player.
point that the midfielder should have followed. So
and we agree with
We've been talking
Kwame.
about so much.
Initially, we said that Holding got too tight. That being said, Haaland got the ball. Look at this.
Ultimately, they went from their corner to scoring in about 6 touches. There's got to be mistakes in that process.
Yeah, we're saying it's a collective thing.
Yeah.
Got to be careful. And it culminated in a shot that I personally think
that's good from
Ramsdale could have done better with. You could say or should have. To me,
you shouldn't be getting beaten at your near post like that. That's the fact. You shouldn't.
Yeah, it was a grass cutter shot.
I do think that was a great finish. It was a great finish. I'm not.
That's the difference.
I can sometimes.
He did catch him off guard.
I think he did. I think
he shot early.
Yeah,
he whipped it around him as well.
I'm not saying the shot was unbeatable. I'm not saying it was a chicken zinger, like top bins. It wasn't. But I just think sometimes a shot is better than a save. And what I mean by that is, like, it literally just. It just took the keeper out of it. It really did. I thought it was a great shot.
It was a great shot.
I mean, I do also.
But I also agree with Rory that when Ramsdale watches that back.
Yes, yeah. I can see. That's what I'm saying. I can see because it was, it's his near post, isn't it?
Transitional phase.
City on the ball. Coming down our left-hand side.
I've got to say, man, I don't like to admit this, but they've looked comfortable.
I mean, look, when we was at the Emirates, they gave us all the ball, and remember, they were time wasting in the first minute. They were hoofing the ball forward. Now they're at home and they're like, look, they don't look at us and respect us. I really don't think they do. I don't think they're that worried about us because they know that they can overpower us. They feel like they're the better team. I'm not saying that they necessarily are, But I just think that's
Do you
just
think
what
that
they
the
think.
goal has affected our psyche a little bit?
No, because we started the game poor. The gaps, the midfield was open from early.
Too many gaps.
They strolled through twice before that goal.
In 17 minutes, out of the 8 of us, 4 of us have said, look how much space they've got in midfield. So in 17 minutes, Pep's managed to set up in a way that, let's be fair, has completely and utterly worked.
Because apart from
what are we going to do
Saka
about that?
getting behind Akanji and putting a ball,
Yeah, we haven't had
we've not laid a
anything.
glove on him since.
He set up perfectly. Look, this
Drawing Partey out of position.
not looking good,
Holding's
man.
gone, look
We're
how
just
far
chasing
Holding is.
shadows,
They're
aren't we?
isolating Gabriel.
This is what I was saying before the game, guys, about City going to enjoy the large possession.
Yeah, of course they are.
Compared to when we played other teams when we've been the ones having the possession.
See, that's where someone needs to be around.
Look, they're just pinging it around like it's the last 10 minutes of the game.
Well, they're 1-0 up. They don't.
Oh yeah, ultimately, in their eyes, we had to win the game prior to the game. Now we're 1-0 behind. They don't have to do anything special, and they're just moving the ball around, moving us out of position.
But they're doing it very well, I've got to say.
Yeah, they are.
There must be about 20 passes we've seen already in this one.
No.
Haaland's always dropping and just
Look at that.
piecing it together.
Yeah.
Martinelli's not got a kick.
We can't
has he?
get the ball.
No.
It's a clinic. It literally
We
looks
cannot
like a
get the
clinic.
ball, people. We are just being...
It's pure control, this is, from
Be
City.
patient. It was going to be like this, though. It was going to be like this.
Well, the thing is, it was going to be like this if they went 1-0 up, and this is why you can now see how good they are. They're absolutely in control. Early goal was key, man. We all said
There
it.
was no way we was going to come here and play them off the park. That's what I said.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Couple super chats have come in. Benny says, I think we've lost our midfield quality in the past 3-4 games. It's open for opposing teams and we are not carrying the ball through midfield well either. I agree. And Tom says, do you think we'll get top 4 next year in all seriousness? Tom, come on.
Watch De Bruyne.
No one's done that to us this season.
Go on, get on him. Get on him. Well done.
Look at
just
that. Look at
We
that.
actually can't.
Wow, that's a free kick as well.
We literally cannot get the ball.
City free kick halfway line. And Tom, I say come on because it's no point in talking about next season right now. I know we lose this game, in my opinion, we're out of the title race, but there's a summer transfer window to come. We don't really know how us and every other team around us are going to strengthen or not strengthen yet to discuss top 4 next year. So it's just a bit of an irrelevant question if you ask me.
I don't like to see what the City players are doing it, but I can understand what they're saying. That's 3 times now Holding's failed. He should get a booking. Now, if Holding gets a booking this early into the game, that's a worrying
No,
sign.
that is poor.
Yeah.
If that.
Oh, don't
20
dive
minutes
in.
If he gets a booking, he hasn't learned. And for a player of his experience makes it sound like it's a positive. Not all experience is a good thing, but for a player that's kind of more experienced in comparison to the rest of the squad, you can't be doing that 2 games in a row against City. You can't be.
If he gets booked early, you might have to think about replacing him at half time because you can just imagine what City will do. They'll just drive towards him, invite the foul, and he'll get sent off, and that's game over.
Come on, come on.
Who would you replace him with? Kivior.
Kivior
I'll bring Tierney on.
or Tierney.
I won't bring Kivior into this. I'll bring Tierney on 100.
He's giving the
Oh
ball
my
away.
Oh my God.
That's Zinchenko who did that as well.
He always gives it once or twice a game straight to the fucking opposition.
Get it down.
You know when they say goals change games? This is what you're seeing. Since that
Hey.
No.
oh,
Good save.
good save.
Good to see
At this stage, for me, it's sheer quality. This from City. It's nothing to
Look
do
at
with
him as
Arsenal
well.
being shocking or anything like that. For me, it's
That was
just
poor
they're better
by
than us.
Zinchenko. If he
They're
goes
better than
down
us.
there, that's a penalty, you know?
Yeah.
That's why he let go.
Oh, listen, look.
No, but you've done it already,
Yeah,
though.
no, that's what he clocked what he was doing.
You know what I mean? It's almost like he thought, shit, I better take my hand away.
Sorry, go on.
Leighton
sorry.
says United fans say hold that L, and that makes you lot look worse. If there's a United fan out there saying hold that L, this
Allow
is
it,
your
man.
local rivals.
No, but there's 70 minutes to go, Turkish. So
No, but what I'm saying is 70 or 7. United fans need to understand, especially the ones from London or the ones from Manchester. Man City are their local rivals.
Don't let them trigger
If they do a treble this season, with the three-peat, then don't talk about 98, 99.
What I'm more worried about, I've just seen the stats there, in the last 5 or so minutes, or 10 minutes, City have enjoyed 91% possession. No one does that to us. So it just goes to
So
show
I'm saying
you.
it's quality from these guys
Yeah,
at the
it just
moment.
goes to show you what a good team City are, man. 91%
They haven't
possession.
allowed us to get on the ball, man. We're going to have to...
Stephen says, why is this game on BT Sport? How can I watch it live, Stephen? I can't help you, my guy.
Someone on Twitter, mate.
Someone will help you out. Twitter, in the chat, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get up!
come on,
my
Haaland,
God.
you're better than that. Come on, Haaland, you're better. You're supposed to be a tough guy.
Even robots fall over sometimes, man.
What an embarrassment.
Come on, Haaland. I thought you
Absolute
liked a
fool.
physical battle.
Make this count.
Here we go.
Come on.
Come on.
That's decent. Oh.
Goal kicks.
Come on, Arsenal.
See that? Same
Yeah, how
thing
did
Turkish
he
was
just-
saying. Too close.
No, like I said, give a better shot. And, I mean,
No, but do you understand what we're saying now?
No,
about
but I'm
you
saying
got
the
too close?
angle. They showed the wrong angle. Because for me, I'm not focused. Yes, Haaland will get the ball, but it's who's the other people who could potentially get the ball.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
ran through about 3 men.
No, but will you acknowledge that what we and Turkish are saying about that eagerness to get involved in a physical? Sometimes you don't have to do that. You know what I mean?
Go on, have that. Have that.
Go on.
I've actually never
Good
seen
ball.
anyone more shit, man. He's so shit.
How many shirts around them, man? Crikey.
We nicked in the
If you
final.
notice, that
Swallowed
as
us, haven't they?
Whenever we get forward, the way City just drop back
Choke.
into, yeah,
John Saka.
they get men back very, very quickly.
Little touches. 1, 2. Open up. Quicker.
Yeah.
He doesn't trust him, I think.
Would you?
No, I get you. I understand. I understand.
Ease up,
Partey.
BFG.
That's a ball.
Nice. Come on, Odegaard, man.
Who's with him then?
But
Come
why not just
on.
strolling.
We want him in the middle, not doing the wing
Yes, good
stuff.
boy.
Good ball.
Lovely.
Back post.
Come on.
Come on. Come on.
Take him
come
on, take him on.
Sit, beat, man.
Just take.
They pushed us.
There's no point flinging it in there. There's
That's good.
Man on.
Oh, not strong enough, man. Not strong enough,
It
man.
is.
Not strong enough.
So that's very cute what you did there, Rodri. Just waited for. Look at that. See that? And then
smart.
just went down. That's experience right there.
That's what Granit Xhaka does a lot.
Experience 101. Waits for the tackle. Goes down.
Martinelli shouldn't be flying in like that.
Yeah, that's true. But Rodri there played him, man.
25 in.
Chelsea losing again.
Aspilicueta and goal.
Oh, Frank
I
Lampard's
thought that
doing a
man
great
had
job.
retired, Aspilicueta. He's still playing. Oh.
Holy God, that means he hasn't won a game if they lose this game. He hasn't won. They've lost all 4.
Yeah. Who they playing tonight?
Brentford.
New manager bounce.
They've literally lost all their games. That's mad, you know. How can you not win?
Go on, get in there. Who wants that? Who wants that? How are we this open, man? He's done you, can
Well done.
Fucking cut back, man. Come on, read it.
Ben
Who is
White.
that just
Ben
got that?
White.
Was that
Ben White, that's
Holding then
superb.
comes back
was
after it's
that?
all
But that's
fucking.
Ben White with a tackle.
Again.
Well done, Ben.
done, Ben.
Look how far out he gets sucked here.
And he's the slowest of the lot.
That's it.
Thank you.
Look at holding.
Slowest of the lot.
Was that holding, was it, again?
It's
From
not
that,
scapegoating, but
was that holding who let it through? Was it, really? Nah, man, come on, I can't have
Great
this.
block by Ben. Because if that goes in, that's game
Yeah, it's
over.
better to
Yeah.
laugh, man.
So
We
Ben
just
White's
can't.
just saved us there.
And this is, and honestly,
don't
this is
think
why I
game's done
said,
already?
this is why I pinpointed him, because he is clearly
Turkish, stop it.
inadequate.
Alex says, I'm still proud of him even if we get second.
100%.
Stop that defeatist talk, man. It's not, game ain't done yet. It's right.
Change it. You have to change it.
If I see that again, then half time, Holding's coming off.
off. 100%.
He won't do that.
Tierney coming on.
You have to change it.
Shore it up, man. Oh, come on, keep it simple.
Can't even get out.
Oh my God, this is so
City
bad,
nick it again,
man.
back in control.
Men against boys now.
Oh, look at that.
Down our left,
Still cut
Ronaldo.
For real?
Ball in.
Good header.
Good header out.
Just domination.
And this is what I would say in terms of Arteta to earn your money,
Go on.
you need to look at possibly taking Rob Holding.
I want everyone running. Come on, what are you trotting for? Oh, this is stupid. All just trotting up there. Do they want this or what?
Yeah, that's true, man. Get in the box.
What are you all jogging for?
The one time when we get the ball into a decent position.
They should be sprinting, though.
5-yard passes! You're on goal! Why do you keep stepping up?
Who's actually with him?
Look at the
guy with him!
No, what kind of fucking defending is that?
Mate, that is an unbelievable save.
What kind of fucking defending
Why are you
is that?
stepping up so easy?
That is an unbelievable save.
Fuck's sake.
This is embarrassing, isn't it, really?
The
This is a title
the other
race.
City player strolled in for a cutback.
The boys there, man. No one's running into the box one end and then not running back into the box to the other.
Do you think this must be like more of a stage fright thing? Like, we haven't beaten them in how many years away? Like, I know we're not playing well, but we're also doing silly things. And look, we haven't done well against West Ham, we haven't done well against Southampton. But do you think it's a stage fright thing because we're not getting forward, we're not running
at this point?
I think Dan's right. Tactically, Pep's got his stance.
He's got his number.
And aside from that, they've got more quality and experience than us.
100%. The
anyway.
quality thing we know, but I'm just saying, like, it almost looks like we're doing certain. We can't pass. Like, it just looks like we're overawed by the occasion.
I think the team have lost trust in the defence.
Yeah.
And so when we do get forwards, players aren't bombing on to catch up with them because they're looking over their shoulder, thinking if we lose the ball here, we're in trouble again.
What, do you remember that? Do you remember the speech when what was it? Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus enjoy it. Like, don't leave anything. We're not enjoying it right now. The players don't look to be enjoying football. They look to be more. It's all just like it's coming too much for them now. Like, let's just get to the end and just finish this now. And that's what it looks like. Unfortunately, we look like
it's men v boys in the moment.
Yeah, it's men v boys. It's men v boys. Unfortunately, 100%.
And I've seen these boys be men the whole of this year, man. So
no
one's
one's
to turn
done
it
that
up.
to us. Even City when we played them early in the season.
Even Brighton. Even when we played Brighton away,
no one's done this.
No one's done this to us. So it does look like, as I said, do you remember that speech? I'm sure, I can't remember who it was against. Enjoy it. Enjoy the games that we've got left. Like, enjoy this. You may not ever get back here again. And they don't look to be enjoying it. They look to be nervous. They look to be worried. Like, it's just too much. And
I think that early goals really had an effect on this game.
I'm telling you, man.
We all said before, I'm not being one, we all said it, we need a good start. We got a poor start. And since then, man, we've not laid a glove on them. We have not even...
I would change formation, for sure. I would change formation.
Before that, we didn't do much either, though. We've started.
Well, we conceded after, was it 6 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, we started poorly. I mean, before the goal, we was poor, albeit for 6 minutes.
Realistically, a moment of brilliance from Ben White and a moment of brilliance from Ramsdale stopped us being 3-0 down after half an hour.
If we don't score, I don't want to see this scoreline change before half time. For me, we keep it. We keep it now because this is crazy.
Coming down.
And if it's like,
again,
he's jumped though, ref. He's dived around. Come on.
30 yards out, City got the ball down the left, our left again. Binny with the super chat says maybe better off with Ben and Gabriel partnership at the back. We are clueless in this game. And another one's just come in. Give me a sec to find it. Arteta said they should show no fear and they look like scared kids. That one's from Gabri. Izzy, you've been quiet so far, understandably so. You know, having gone down so early. In fact, you're the one that said Holding started so good.
No.
Remember, you've done it again.
I said a couple of passes, he looked confident on the board. I did say that.
And then,
yeah.
They've just got that, haven't they? They've just got that thing we don't have, and I don't like saying that. But
he's running out and he's pulling out Holding out of
what
space.
they got comes with winning as well.
Every time. Oh my goodness me.
Haaland with a shot on target. Ramsdale.
Great bit of play from Haaland.
He's not talking to the midfield. He's not telling Partey, look, there's a man on your right hand side or on your left. Instead, he's driving straight in and he's opening up the space behind him. So it's always a 1v1.
I hate to say this,
look,
but this is one side.
He should be talking right to his midfielder and telling him.
It actually looks like we've got 10 men. That's what it looks like.
I'm literally watching this game and thinking,
again,
hurry up. the first half. Let's see what we can do in the second.
Yeah, do you know what? This performance? There's no difference between this and when we lost 5-0. Like we look like we literally do have 10 men and we're just sitting back. There isn't actually much difference between this performance.
They just outclassed us here, in my opinion.
Yeah,
32 minutes gone now. Still, the time's flying as well. It doesn't feel like half an hour has been played, but it has. We've got a super chat from Titus saying the only thing cheering me up a bit right now is seeing the wonderful Izzy with the AFTV crew.
Big up, Izzy.
Hey, don't be trying to take Charlene's shine, you know. Don't be trying to take. Normally them super chats are Charlene's, yeah, you get me.
Well done, Jesus.
Zinny! What are you fucking doing? What the fuck is he doing?
I don't know why he hasn't.
He's forgotten what team he plays for.
What was that, man? It's great play from Haaland, that, by the way. Good save from Ramsdale.
Sean says they're targeting Holding, sucking him in, creating big gaps. This was a game to go free at the back. No disrespect to Holding, he's just not Saliba.
Yeah, I agree. I actually agree with that. I agree with that.
And 40 says, have we not seen enough to know Holding needs to be subbed? They are not going to miss all of these chances.
Listen, I said, Man City saw their tactic board, they saw Rob Holding and they were laughing their chops off. Laughing.
He's gone. Look, he's gone.
You see that with Haaland and Holding there? Wow.
They were laughing. They saw him. They was like, oh, look, a footballer.
Edison's got the ball at his feet. We're 33 and a half minutes in, 34 minutes coming up shortly. It's time to hear from James and Frank, Info Station.
I think one of the things that Arsenal is struggling with here is that Stones isn't actually playing in midfield like a lot of people thought. Akanji's playing as a flat left back.
Fat back.
And Stones is playing as a centre back alongside Diaz. So you got a back four, which means Arsenal, who would normally press their front three onto the Man City back three, is actually a little confused as to who's meant to be where. That's why I see at times Xhaka's picking up Rodri like he is now. At times he's keeping. Look, Xhaka doesn't know whether it's Rodri or Gundogan, and Partey doesn't really want to fully commit. So actually, in a weird way, adding an extra defender, that's good for Martinelli. Adding an extra defender for Guardiola has done them a big favour. Saka's coming forward now. He's got White on the overlap. Here's Odegaard. Can he put it back to Partey? Oh, that's wide. A little bit of something for Arsenal. A reminder that at 1-0, there's always a chance in this game. City have been brilliant for the large part, and I think I agree with Dan Potts. I don't think it's not a great effort. I don't actually think it's a case of Arsenal being awful. Yes, they're losing a lot of individual battles and all that. I think it's that Man City have been absolutely sublime. And because they're playing with that back four, De Bruyne is playing as the lone 10, so he's hovering and he's pulling defenders all over the place. So Haaland doesn't just have a job on Holding, he's got a job with Gabriel as well. They're having to mix and match who's picking up who, and that's just causing complete confusion in the Arsenal setup. What do you make of it, Frank?
To be honest, it's, like you said, it's not that Arsenal playing bad, it's that City have been fantastic. I criticised him earlier, but thank God we got Aaron Ramsdale. I've criticised him now, I'll give him his flowers. Thank God we got Aaron Ramsdale. 2 excellent saves. Rob Holding is not helping him at all. The defence hasn't been fantastic. I genuinely believe we have to look at getting Rob Holding off this pitch. Yeah,
Haaland's in, and he's put it wide. Two big efforts. We'll go back to Turkish, but they're having a lot of opportunities here. Man City, Arsenal can do something going the other way, but look at the way they're playing through us. Back to Turkish.
Fucking Grealish with his left foot.
One pass just opened us up. Haaland, Gabriel just running away.
Where was Rob Holding in all of that? He's not in the picture. What's he doing back there?
He's catching up, man. Take him off, man. Take him off half time. This is a joke. The man's getting destroyed.
I tried to
say. I'm looking at them through, and Rob Holding's not even in the picture.
And Partey had the effort whilst we was at Info Station. Should have got that on target. I'm sorry. You have to make the keeper work from that position. He's about 5 yards wide. But it's the best moment we've had in the first 36 minutes.
Gabriel's out of position then.
You have to go long now.
Cleared, Arsenal throw.
Oh, right, come on, boys.
Some relief.
And it literally, that is what that felt like.
But no, for sure, we need to see a sub at half time though, for sure.
And to be honest, the formation change.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I would change the formation.
They're eating us alive in the middle.
We have to change something.
Come on! What do you suggest?
I would definitely bring Tierney on because we need a goal. So look, like we have to do something where we can get our better players forward on the ball.
Oh! Are you mad?
Man.
Are you fucking mad? But he threw it straight to the City player.
That's the second time he's done that. Remember he did that a few minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Partey's down injured.
Zinchenko throw in straight to the City player, hence why people are going mad. Partey's on the ground, so players stopped, and I think City players are going over to Pep. We've got a super chat here from Duke.
Well, that's violent conduct.
What actually happened?
What happened there?
Couldn't even see it.
Haaland they were scrapping a little bit, and then Haaland.
Hey.
Nah. I mean, I don't know why. Actually.
That's just a coming together.
City are simply the better team, says Duke. Arsenal have no players of the quality of Haaland or De Bruyne. Even second place is overachieving for this group. Not saying you're wrong, but to get this far and then lose it the way
The
we're
referee
losing.
doesn't do anything silly because it's not that type of game.
Nah, he's been good. I think the rest has been very good. I think the rest has been very good. He's given us the stuff. He's not really stopped it.
He's actually controlled it. So was he saying give the ball to him?
Yeah, I would definitely try to bring Tierney on, maybe even push Zinchenko so he can get into the midfield and so he doesn't have to try and get on the ball.
He's got to, mate. It'll be interesting to see because we've all said, well, certainly I've said, I don't know about you guys, that he's not proactive with his substitutions. It'll be, I want to see at half time if he makes subs.
Is that
Because
holding?
to me, he has
That's
to.
holding.
I think he has
Why
to.
are you marking De Bruyne?
What is he doing? Kwame, what is he doing? What is he doing?
And that's his man.
That's a good tackle.
Great tackle.
That's a fucking great tackle.
I hold him with a great tackle.
But fuck me, mate. No.
Question still stands. I don't know why he's so far on the
We've
pitch.
got to give him,
high
give him
fives.
credit there. That's a
Don't
very
give
good
him high
tackle.
fives.
Great tackle.
No, very good tackle.
He's got to stop. He's got to start passing De Bruyne off onto Partey and holding his position.
Why is he even on him so?
I don't know.
Like, I'm just confused.
I don't know.
That tackle was worthy of the Alice band.
People be
Right, we just got to get.
All right, come on, lads.
Because I don't even know what Arteta can say.
Do better.
We've been lucky. That's what he should be saying.
Yeah.
God, makes sense.
3 headers.
Free header.
Look, heepy-jeepies.
Goodness sake.
No, he had to do that.
He doesn't have to do that.
He had to do that.
But Ramsdale was free. You take one touchdown left
Yeah,
foot, you
but
pass it
it's
to
Rob Holding we're talking
Ramsdale.
about.
I know it's Rob Holding,
That's
but
what
for
I said.
fuck's sake.
It's the heepy-jeepies. when he's on the ball and he does anything, I'm just...
But most defenders, I think, would have done that.
Nah.
Not adequate ones.
Not modern day systems.
I haven't seen enough busting a gut for me in this game yet.
Yeah.
From Arsenal.
Yeah,
That's
like,
what's,
urgency.
that's what's
Yeah,
frustrated
exactly.
me the most.
Like I want to be like move. Like
Look at that. Too easy.
Big save. What a save.
Well done, Ramsdale.
Unbelievable.
Ramsdale's been the best player on the pitch.
Yeah, he has.
He has.
Oh, it should be like 4
That's 2 or 3 times.
Should be at
He
least
saved
4
us.
5
Ramsdale
nil.
with
you know
another
what?
save, point
Izzy-
blank with Haaland.
He has saved us.
We're lucky
because-
to go in at 1-0.
2
Oh, look at that.
massive
A
saves
misplaced
from
pass.
Ramsdale.
Very lucky to go in 1-0.
Thank God Ramsdale's
By
on.
the way, he kicks it away after he makes the save.
This could be 3 easily, maybe more by now. It's just...
Partey, that's Partey, innit? How's he getting beat so easily?
Fucking good one.
It's great save.
Oh, Ramsdale,
And
that's
he had
class,
the presence
man.
of mind to
Yeah.
kick it away afterwards. as well.
Why do they look more nervous than us? What's going on? What they got to be nervous for?
You know what City fans are thinking?
Go
They're
on.
thinking we should be 3, 4,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
even 5 up.
Oh, come on.
It's only one
come
goal.
on, that's not
Arsenal are technically still in it, even though... Technically we are still in it, even though we've done nothing.
So we got
So
to
the
be
City
though,
fans
Laurie.
are probably thinking, you know what? we
Should
need
be
the second
killed
goal.
it by now, yeah. But the thing is, we are in it 1-0. The longer it stays 1-0, the better for us.
Yeah.
That's what we got to do, man. It's like none of these. We cannot go.
Got to do what Forest did against them.
We need a goal. Go on.
Finally, we cut one of them out.
Go on.
Turn.
Go on.
Where's the options, though? Where's the options?
Free man on
This
They're
is where we
swallowing
can
us,
tell
aren't they?
you-
They're surrounding us.
We get on the
There's
ball.
like 3 for every man somehow.
Yeah.
But that's why, yeah, we've got to be more direct. We've got to be quicker because they do. They get men back so quickly. take one too many touches.
Yeah, that's what I think we need someone further like.
Go on.
Oh,
you're getting
way.
Out of each other's way, man. Are slipping, man. Are bumping into each other. What is going on? Ball in.
Oh, we'll take a corner.
Come on, then we'll take that.
That is a great header.
Come on.
Here's that Ruben Diaz, of course he was.
He's a warrior though, man.
I know.
It's a good ball.
Eric says Arsenal have been very fortunate. It should be 4-0 the way Arsenal have been playing. Very lucky. And Abdullah says it's clear Rob's following orders to go high and try to stop the holding man. When he loses that battle, he's leaving Gabby exposed and chasing the runners. But if that's instruction, that's wild to instruct the slower centre back, more stiff centre back to be doing that. Because if that's what you want to do, you might as well make Gabriel do it. So I don't know if this is by instruction. I'll be honest with you. It is. James says it is.
Now Gabriel has swapped with holding, so he was defending that last move on the right of the two centre backs. So he could follow the ball.
That's nonsense. You can't be having Holding doing that.
Or, well, you may as well play Kivior, right?
Corner.
Well,
Yeah,
if you're gonna do that, just play
Kivior, yeah.
Kivior.
Corner for Arsenal.
Come on.
Saka with the
That's
ball
good.
in. Edison's punched it out.
Go out to him, that's it.
Put in.
Ball in again. Poor ball. What are you doing, Saka? Just come on, man.
He knows.
It's unfortunate because the first delivery was really good, but second one was poor.
Jorge says, why is Holding always smiling, bro? Don't want to see a smile when we're losing. That's the issue with having a player that's happy to be on the bench.
This was a huge save.
This was a routine one, but Ramsdale's made 2 top saves.
I'm so glad he's on it today.
And to be honest, Haaland should be getting that on target. What'd you say, Izzy?
Yeah, Ramsdale's like on it today because he could have easily let them in.
Yeah. Well, after that first one, yeah, he's picked it up.
Oh!
Free kick City. Halfway line.
Just get into half time.
Get into half time 1-0 and fucking regroup.
I wouldn't be against bringing on Trossard for Xhaka, to be honest.
For Xhaka?
Xhaka hasn't. You know what, Martinelli as well. I haven't seen these men touch the
Left
ball.
hand side has been non-existent.
No, I did say
I haven't
that.
seen these men touch the ball.
I did say that.
I said, bro,
You say
listen.
about Holding,
I don't
and he's
think
like, I did
Zinchenko's
say
having
that.
the
I
best
said
game.
that about Trossard. Change it up, bro. They know how to play against Martinelli and them, man.
Don't get one
You're
last minute.
missing the point.
This guy,
Oh, what Partey? You're taking the
you're
piss.
gonna get booked.
Why is he fouling him?
Stern Michael Oliver.
Partey's taking the fucking piss as well, man. Most of these men have played shit.
That's the point.
Look, what are you doing?
Martinelli, everyone's
Yeah,
doing.
What are you doing?
Yeah, that's silly.
Are we nervous? Like,
And he's an experienced midfielder. He should not be doing that. Because what did he think he was possibly going to achieve by doing that? Apart from give away a free
This
kick
team, bro. This
in
team.
a dangerous position.
This fucking team.
What's this about? 35 yards, 30 yards, 35? City have a free kick, De Bruyne and
On the
Bernardo
second
Silva
ball.
over
On
it.
the second ball, I beg you, please. Because he's going to parry it.
We just need to keep this out and get in at half-time 1-0 down, man.
Yeah.
2 minutes
I mean, it's a long way out.
Nah, he's going to cross it. He's
Yeah.
not going to shoot. He's not going to shoot. Yeah.
Bro, you never know with him.
Nah, they're going to cross it. Yeah.
How easy? How easy?
That's offside. It's
It's
offside.
offside. Wow.
It looks offside. It looks
I mean, are
offside.
we for real?
It was
Like, how
very
is
good.
this only 1-0?
No. That looked a good line. Honestly,
Yeah, to be fair, if we held the line
it looked a
until-
good line. That did.
Yeah.
He looked way offside. I saw it. Yeah, he looked offside.
Yeah.
It is offside, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but who's that?
I mean, like,
Still
this
looked
is
a bit
just
easy for me, though.
No, but I thought that
just
was
testing,
that looks like a good line. Look, I'm giving them credit when they deserve it. That does look like.
But
a
you
good
know
line.
what me and Turkish was saying, though? It goes back to giving away the free kick.
Silly.
No, yeah, 100. But
Silly.
Poor
in that
from
moment,
Thomas
yeah,
it
no,
was
I'm with you.
absolute-
Partey, what's he doing,
Silly.
man?
No, 100%. But
Oh,
just
dear.
give them the credit when they deserve it, and that did look like they followed their rules, didn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Charlie says the last time he felt like this was Paris 06.
What are you thinking of?
last
Nah,
time
man, we
he
were
felt
1-0
like
up
this.
with 20 minutes to go.
No,
It's
Paris
nothing like
06,
that.
they actually played well.
yeah.
Oh, come on, man. What?
Look at my man's leg though. His leg is stretching out. He's probably going to be. It might even be this.
This could even be given, you know.
yeah,
No.
That's onside.
he looks on there. If that
Who is that? Ben White, is it?
No, that looks off, man.
Look at his leg.
The guy's leg is stretched out. Then when you take the sleeve into account,
I think they're going to give that, you know.
Yeah,
they
this is
might,
going to be a
because
goal.
his
It's going to
Where's
be
the
a goal.
lines?
So Lee, your thing about then you have to
Well,
hold
the thing is,
line,
whoever it
for
is at the
sure.
back post is the one
Ben
player
White.
that,
There you go.
ran out of the
I
line.
think it's White.
He's on
on the side.
Fucking
It's a
hell,
goal, man. 2-0.
Half time.
There we go. Just what
Oh
they
my
needed.
Before
God.
half
And
time.
Lee's there telling
2-0.
us about how well they held the line.
No one went with the runners. No one challenged for a head.
That's it, man. As Laurie says, game over.
No, come
no,
on,
I
man.
didn't
Keep your
say
heads
that.
up. We fight to the end.
Oh, that's
2-0.
Come on.
Look at that. Look at him.
well done, Thomas. Well done, my guy. Silly foul. It wasn't his first silly
That's
foul
what me
either.
and Turkish was saying.
It was like
Why-
his third silly foul for no reason. And that's
The only thing I
Man.
can say about that, in previous games we've gone 2-0 up and give it away. Now we're going 2-0 down. Let's see what we're made
Not
of
against
in
the best
second
team in the league, my guy. One of the best teams in the world.
Is it Ben White at the back post?
half. Yeah, it was.
It's poor from him.
yeah, guys galloping like a gazelle, man. Just hold the line. How's your leg stretched out like that?
That's a big blow.
And
But it comes back to
you know what's
Partey,
worse
though.
about that as well is that is literally the last kick of the first half. So whereas we were thinking, we kept saying, innit, getting up 1-0 down.
Yeah.
Now it's 2-0.
Yeah.
2-0 down, no shots on target.
Oh yeah, can't forget that.
We have been smoked. Oh,
What's
this?
wrong, ref Liner? What's wrong?
Keep your head.
What
If he
happened?
kicked out,
Keep your heads.
no, I don't mind this. We're losing 2-0. We may as well bridle up everyone and try and get someone sent off. I think he kicked out. at
What
Ben
happened?
White.
Ben White's down.
So Ben White was like harrying him into the corner, and they gave a foul to Man City. And Diaz was on the floor, and then suddenly Ben White drops to the floor as if he'd been kicked.
I respect it though. Jesus ain't having none of it from Grealish, bro.
Oh God.
Neither is Saka.
Yeah, Grealish is a little weasel.
And Gabriel McGallis as well, both of them.
What happened?
What happens
So
here?
he
then?
hassles him. Ruben Diaz is on
Oh,
the
that's
floor.
not a foul, Liner. Even he don't think
yeah,
it's a
he does
foul.
He studded him
Yeah,
in
he
the back of the
kicks
leg.
him. Yeah. That's
Look at this. He studs him in the back of the leg. That's a red card.
That's a red.
I don't
They're going to give him a red.
I don't know if it's a red
I've seen
card.
Granit Xhaka get sent off for that every day of the week.
Yeah.
You lot are reaching, man. That's not even a card.
I don't think that's a red.
They should,
A
but they wouldn't give
booking,
him a red.
not a red.
I wouldn't even book him for that, honestly. Pointless, bro.
Yeah, that's.
Diaz gets a yellow card.
Bro, I don't understand. I want
to win the game, but I don't want to see players get sent.
Yeah, I'm being
Did
honest.
you give him a
man.
yellow card and blown? for half
Send him
time?
off.
Somewhere they looked in for VAR.
I think
for
no,
goal.
he gave a yellow and gave the free kick is still City's. I think that's what he suggested.
Right.
To have a defender booked 45 minutes ago is still an achievement, I guess, because if he slips up again, he's off. But I don't think that was a straight red for that.
Come on, let's hold our heads high, man. We got
It is a
this.
straight. It should be.
I want to see what you're going to do at half time.
Bro, there's nothing he can do, bro.
What do you mean?
Him, it's the players.
We're not coming back from
the
2
players.
down
No,
to City.
You don't want him to make no subs, no?
I want, listen, he has to do something, but we're not coming back into this game.
Half time, 2-0.
We're not coming back into this game.
I'm with Turkish, man.
Not
It's
a-
about
come on, man, we got 45
let's just keep it respectable now. Not have a hammering. That's all I care about. We ain't going to come back into this, bro. Wait, we're playing. They dominated us, fam.
Yeah, they are.
Listen, we could make changes and bring Tierney on and try and match them a bit more. I need to see if he comes out the same in half time. Then the manager has to be questioned because we got dominated there in the first half. If it's no changes in the second half, I don't know what Arteta's on.
yeah.
Something's got to change there,
Not
man.
one shot on target.
Give you off
I don't know I don't know, man.
And not only that, it's disappointing
Trust
because
us, Jack.
we've not laid a glove on them. We've not looked at any stage confident or, you know what I mean?
So Rory, you said Kivior for holding and Trossard for Xhaka.
Yeah. We've got nothing to lose.
Yeah, I
we don't
agree
need to
with
hold on
Rory.
to
You
goal
gotta-
difference
you
for any
gotta-
reason, so we might as well just go balls
The
to
manager's
ball
going to have to be bold, man.
We just can't have a hammering, in my opinion, because we can't have a 5-0 again, man.
I don't even want to.
Not we go for a title race.
These Man United supporters are going to be fucking.
You know what's annoying about everything, is, all this time, Gary Neville's been like, yeah, we're not going to do it, we're not going to do it. And it's, you know what, we may have not done it, but the way we've conceded these last couple of games and the way we've just kind of handed the title to Man City, it does make it a little bit more annoying. And I don't really care what rivals normally say, but, there's a way to do things. And
It's not necessarily. Well, I said it in like a fan cam a couple of weeks ago. It's not necessarily drawing at Anfield and losing at Etihad. If we did that, I'd understand.
100.
But drawing to West Ham and Southampton leading up to this game.
This is what I said to you.
Like,
already
come on, man.
Why do you think I said 4-1? I knew we were going to win this game. It's not because I don't want Arsenal to win. Of course not. I walked down from Highbury and Islington down to this studio with James. And listen, I was more than optimistic. I was more than confident now. But when I look at it, and as I said, when Rob Holding plays, I'm sorry, it's not a scapegoat. But when I see him on that pitch, I get the heebie-jeebies. I don't feel confident.
Where did you get that name from?
Heebie-jeebies.
What is that? What is that?
Heebie-jeebies is from, isn't it? From not Scream. It's from I can't remember, one of those old school movies. But I just don't trust him. I don't look at him and think that he doesn't exude any confidence. And look, we know what he is. He's a £3 million player. You get what you are.
But to be fair to Holding, that's not just him.
No, it isn't
and
just
if you
him.
look at the stats for the game,
it isn't just
we've not had a single shot on target.
No, 100%.
And they've had 2-1 possession, which is something
the whole team has been poor, 110%. The setup hasn't been great.
I can't tell you one Arsenal player in Ramsdale. Yeah. Apart from Ramsdale, no one's had a good game.
Yeah, no outfield players look great. No. There's been no fight for me. There's been no desire, no passion, no urgency, no bust in the gut. Yeah. What is this,
I don't understand. What are they? Why?
I think once we went to go, I think our confidence is already fragile coming into this game off the back of the Southampton and Liverpool games, and Southampton and West Ham in particular. And I just think that once we went that goal down after 7 minutes, I think that kind of killed our spirit a bit. I'm hoping that in the second half, the manager can make some substitutions, get a bit of energy on the pitch.
I need to see something different second half.
This defensive brick wall, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's looking mad. Listen, it's half-time, people. It's 2-0 to City at the Etihad. The teacher is outclassing the student. I think that's what I put it down to, because that first half was all Man City. As Laurie just said, no Arsenal shots on target. And we are going to pass it over to James and Frank, but before we do switch over to the half-time show, if you're thinking about your next holiday, because I know I am, then check this out.
If you're travelling soon, why pay more? Just change your location before you travel so that you can explore local prices on accommodation, flights, car rentals and events. Once you're in your destination country, you can change your location back to the UK. So it's easy to access your emails, banking and subscriptions. Click the link to unlock your internet freedom with NordVPN. And with the AFTV special, you can save even more. Click the link to be invincible.
You know, I was just thinking about that first half performance, right? I think the general feeling across social media is that Arsenal have put in a really cowardly performance, that City have been brilliant, but we've had no real match for it. We haven't really had an answer for it. And I think the way I describe it is this. It's kind of the worst possible, mix of things, right? Which is that Arteta has been brave in his tactics. As in, he has said, I'm trusting you, Holding, to win your battles. Gabriel, I'm trusting you to win your battles. Partey and Xhaka, I want you to press right up the pitch onto Rory and Gundogan. He is saying to the players, I'm trusting you, go and man mark all over the pitch and go win your battles and win us this game. But the players aren't playing with the same bravery because they're not, you see it, they're Holding's missing tackles. Jesus isn't committing players. Zinchenko is making poor decisions. Saka, the execution's off. Martinelli hasn't even got into the game. So what you've got is White and Gabriel scrambling and doing a lot of late defending, and Ramsdale as well, keeping us in it. But 2-0 is... that's a good result for us on the half that we've just seen. That is genuinely, for the chances City have had, we're lucky to be 2-0 down.
There is no passion, there's no aggression, there's no urgency. It's been poor. Ultimately, it's been terrible. No one in that defensive line is having a good game. And obviously Ben White got the block off and to stop a goal potentially. But apart from that, he's not had a great game.
I feel a bit sorry for them though. I feel like they're a bit exposed at the moment.
No, absolutely. But Zinchenko doesn't look up for it. Holding certainly doesn't look up for it. And I don't understand how he makes his way back onto this pitch for the second half. It's really starting to piss me off because we've showed, like I said, we've shown the passion, we've shown the aggression, we've shown the urgency all season. Why now? Why is it crumbling right when we need it to be there? City are making us look like a Sunday League team. Like it's getting to the point now where
I tell you
it's
why.
embarrassing.
I can actually answer why. And I genuinely mean this, right? There's a sweet spot where if you're a Liverpool and you've got everything, you've got the experience. I'm talking the Liverpool of the last 5-6 years, not so much this season, but you've got experience and players who have been there and done it in all the right areas. This is a team that when they were facing Man City last season, they drew 2-2 with them twice, having been Premier League champions before, having been Champions League champions, having been, and even before they did all that, experienced players that were quality and they had aggression.
But the thing is, I feel like we've got these. We do have these experienced players. You know, we've got Zinchenko, who's been in a Premier League winning Man City's multiple Premier League winning Man City squads. We've got Gabriel Jesus, who's been in multiple Premier League Man City squads. We've got Partey, who was always competing for the La Liga. We've got Ødegaard, who was always competing for the La Liga. We've got these experienced players, but no one has turned up today. Ultimately, nobody.
Sorry, so my point was
apart from
interrupted
Ramsdale,
by everyone in the studio being super loud.
The only person that's turned up today is Ramsdale.
Yeah, but even he, I think, is poor on this goal.
Absolutely, I agree with that. He's poor on the goal, but apart from that goal, he's not put a foot wrong. He's the only reason we're not 6-0 down in this game.
No, that's true. No, listen. What I was going to say is there's a sweet spot, and it's a bad one, of if you're a Liverpool and you are a top team. I think this Arsenal team are on their way to being a top team.
Absolutely.
I don't think they are one now. They're a very good team that have immense potential. But you're Liverpool, you're a top team, and you go toe-to-toe with Man City, they're going to sit back in their shell at times because they know that what did Salah do the other day? Even though they lost 4-1, a ball over the top, a layoff, Salah killed you, 1-0 down. Right? They respect that. And if you're an Everton, with all due respect to Everton, Sean Dyche likes to do 4-5-1, low block, then you defend your penalty area better than Arsenal have done today. When you're a team that's trying to be what Liverpool are, but you're not quite, you end up pressing, you end up trying to chase them all over the pitch and trying to show that you've evolved and you're ready to take the game to them, but ultimately you don't have it. You don't have the minerals, you don't have the quality or the experience to pull it off, and therefore City just pull you apart and they have their fun. Now the frustrating thing for me here is, I understand what Arteta's trying to do. In the Tottenham game we lost last season, I said, sit back, hit them on the counter, make it a real stale game for Tottenham, and he went to press them, he went to take the game to them, they pulled us apart and we lost 3-0. Now it looks like this game is going in a very similar direction. I think we were 2-0 down in that game as well. But what we saw is the benefits of that going into this season, and when he had Saliba in, and he had Zinchenko, and he had Jesus, and they were doing the things he was asking them to do, it worked. Now Arsenal are playing, I think, the best team in the world, and they have been, for me, the best team in the world in the last 5-6 years. You have to be on point, you have to be perfect, and if it's not happening, they're going to tear you apart. So in a weird way, I think if Everton were playing in this game, the way they would play, whatever, I don't think they'd have conceded as many chances. Not because they're better than us, but because they'd have set up in a way that played more to their strengths. Whereas Arteta is looking to take the game to him. He's trying to believe in his players, but the players aren't executing it.
No, absolutely. And like you said, everyone has to be on point when you're playing a team like Manchester City. Apart from Ramsdale, no one is on point at the moment. And that's why I think it's absolutely crucial that we see at least one single change going into the second half. If we go out into the second half with the same lineup as what we started this game with, I don't know what Mikel Arteta's thought process is. So, but I want to preface this. I'm getting onto Arteta, yes, but this is not me being, Mikel's an idiot, blah blah blah. We've given him all the praise he's deserved this season. For me, manager of the season. But when we have given him the amount of praise we've given him, we also have to point out the negatives. So that's why I don't want people to think that I'm being too negative. I'm just trying to make a point of what I think he's doing wrong. He makes the changes a little bit too late. He hasn't made the right changes in the most recent games. He needs to make a change going into the second half. Holding should not be on this pitch.
Right, so let's talk about Rob Holding because, sorry, I'm just going to get the comments up so I can see what all you are saying. Right. Oh, here we go. Jules, James, you're talking rubbish. Arteta got outreached. Don't know what that means. They're always going to double up on Saka and Martinelli. Zinchenko too deep at the back. When he gets the ball, he's already got 4 men around him. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know where that proves anything I'm saying is wrong necessarily. My thing on Rob Holding is, you're going to think I'm crazy, right? I feel sorry for him. In this game in particular, I feel sorry for him. Southampton at home, West Ham away, shouldn't be a problem. In this game in particular, I feel sorry for him because he's being asked to mark Kevin De Bruyne when he drifts to the right centre-back position, and he's being asked to mark Haaland at the beginning of the game, but it looks like they've readdressed that balance now mid-match. So he's got a one-on-one battle with two of the most dangerous, dynamic, lethal, complete front two you're ever going to see. Haaland, De Bruyne are unbelievable, world-class at what they do. And Holding is in that one-on-one battle, and he's following them into midfield because De Bruyne is going, cool, I want to come all the way over here, you're going to follow me all the way, and then a couple passes, we're going to tear you apart. Yep. Credit to White for how often he's actually dropped back and recovered to try and just salvage a situation, to try and desperately throw himself in the way to prevent something from happening. But Holding, if that's the job you're asking Holding to do, which it clearly is, then you may as well get Kivior on, because 100%. The one thing I know of Kivior is he's meant to be quite quick.
At least he's got the pace to get back after pushing up high. Holding hasn't got that pace. Yeah, I believe I could beat Rob Holding in a foot race, and that's saying something. You know, if you're gonna play that high, you need to have the pace to drop back after that. Rob Holding hasn't got that. Kivior has that. I think he went on one insane run when he it was insane fast run when he came on against Liverpool. So he's shown that he's got the pace. So if you're going to make the change, it could be Kivior. You could even bring Kieran Tierney into a centre-back spot. But ultimately, Rob Holding needs to come off this pitch.
So amazing load of people who are saying I'm wrong, and then they're using it to they're explaining something to me I haven't even said to say, oh, I'm wrong. Someone said that Rob Holding's not marking both Haaland and De Bruyne at the same time. No, you're absolutely right. I never said he was. He's not. De Bruyne and Haaland are switching between Gabriel. Look, Arsenal, and we talked about this extensively on this channel, when they went to play Man City in the FA Cup, they man-marked all over the pitch. Everyone had individual battles to go and win. And in that first half against Man City in the FA Cup, where we played well, we were winning our individual battles. In this game, we're losing them, but they've switched something up. They've, instead of Stones playing in midfield, which we all thought he would, we thought it'd be Walker, Diaz, Akanji with Stones and Rodri. He's actually just playing Akanji as a flat left back, so Saka's straggling. He's playing Diaz and Stones as a centre back and Walker at right back. So the front three of Arsenal don't actually know how to fully press. So Odegaard is pressing right up with them, but normally it'd be more of a three that are pressing together. Gundogan and Rodri are therefore the two, and Partey and Xhaka are coming to press them and close them down. But it means that De Bruyne and Haaland have a one-on-one battle each with Gabriel and Holding. But they keep moving so often and tearing. Watch how often they go for the long ball, but then the other one goes for it and the other sits off, and then they get the layoff and then they play from there. It is almost like it's like perfect long ball, which isn't what you kind of know City for doing, but they're executing it so well. And that's partly what the first goal comes down to. Haaland, when he knocks that ball down into, I think it's De Bruyne, he's in the left centre-back position, but Holding is there with him because they're trying to follow their markers. Because they're moving so often, they don't know who to go with who. Quite frankly, we're having so little actual prolonged time on the ball that there's no point having Rob Holding in just because he's a right-footed centre-back. You may as well get Kivior and try and back him to win his battles. Or, and I'm not even joking, you may as well get White to centre-back or Partey to centre-back and bring Jorginho on. They're bypassing the midfield.
They're coming back out, and by the looks of it, I do not want to see... He's come back out on the field. He's come back out on the field.
I could hear you back through this. Rob Holding has come back out for the second half.
How and why first of all, how does he justify that? How and why?
Well, he's gonna listen.
He's gonna get rolled constantly.
He clearly doesn't think there's anyone better for that role. Look, it's 2-0. We're gonna go back to the watch along now. Remember that this watch along is powered by NordVPN. A big thanks to them. Got the second half coming out right now.
NordVPN is the ultimate tool for exploring the internet. It's like having a Swiss Army knife that protects you from online threats, helps you to access fresh content and gives you anonymity, and so much more. So make sure that you've got NordVPN in your arsenal. Get it? In your arsenal? Click the link. And with the AFTV special, you can save even more. Click the link to be invincible.
And we're back, people. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description for the AFTV special. 30-day money-back guarantee too. And we've kicked off second half.
Come on, boys.
They played it back to Edison, long ball.
So Turkish are going to ask you straight up, any changes?
No. There doesn't seem to be any changes.
Already. Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, that's a joke thing, I can't lie, because that first half was abysmal.
And straight away, they could have scored.
Flabbergasted.
got him behind us straight away.
I am flabbergasted by this. For all the praise that he deserves criticism here, the manager. That is shocking. We've been dominated. We haven't been able to keep the ball. We've been absolutely played off the park, and he's kept it as it is. Mad. Go and score 3 goals. Otherwise, you're getting criticism, man. Facts. Absolute shocking decision.
I feel like he's trying to protect some of the players, but
we're going for a title, though, Rory.
Yeah, no, I'm not justifying it. I think it's completely wrong. I love Arteta, but I don't get it at all. I do not get it.
As a manager, this is the issue. You've got to hide your find solutions.
Ref,
and he's not finding solutions.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if there is literally a single solution that would work, but I'd rather at least see it tried.
Yeah, that's the thing.
We've been battered in the first half. At least try something new. If we lose 6-0, it literally makes no difference.
Come on.
Well, I do agree with most of that, but I would disagree slightly. If we get smoked tonight,
yeah, 6-0's crazy.
Impact of that might be something that we might not recover from, to be honest.
Well, that's a great point.
We could lose
one more. Give it now.
Get it wide. That's it. Go on.
Saka's on the
right.
right.
Come on, Saka.
Who's there?
2 men on him.
Hit it. Just hit it.
Just bang that.
It's Rob Holding.
Oh, a shot on goal.
Good shot.
Just the other dig, but
that's not worth clapping, man.
It's a shot on
It's
goal.
an attempt.
hang on a minute.
Yeah.
What's going on? What?
Keep on.
Where's the communication there?
Good boys.
Gabriel,
Did he go?
Quality.
Oh.
Well done. Well
I thought
done.
that went out.
Well done.
All right, we're looking. Like
there seemed to be a disconnect there between Gabriel and Ramsdale.
Ramsdale, yeah.
Gabriel seemed to be saying, are you coming for it or what? And I think
what Arteta's probably thinking, look, we try and get one, try playing, with the and then if we do score, get another.
Look at that, he's right.
Bernardo Silva pass in that is cut out, but he picks it up again on our left into the box. Corner kick City. Afro says we lost this game from drawing our past 3. Even the points from the past 2, West Ham and Saints, the team would play with a lot more flow. I was saying something similar. I don't know about a lot more flow because this is City at the Etihad, and even if we won our last 2 games, this would have been a stretch to get 3 points here. But what it would have allowed is a loss in this game would have, if we had an extra 4 points from West Ham and Southampton, we would still be 6 clear after this loss. 2 games in hand for City. It'd come down to goal difference.
I think what he also means is that the level of confidence now is quite low because of what happened in those previous 3 games.
Yeah, man. Need more than that.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Wow. What is going on here?
Get out.
It's the scraps.
Go on, one more. That's it.
Oh, man.
Just always there.
No, but did you see, this is what I was saying before the game, as soon as Martinelli got that ball, Kyle Walker was on him.
Yeah.
That's what we need more of.
Yeah. Exactly.
Kyle Walker was on him like a cheap suit, mate.
But they're all doing that the moment we get the ball.
Yeah.
And that's why Kyle Walker's in the team.
Come on. Oh.
City just playing at the back.
Look at that. This. How easy.
Look at that again.
Look at this.
Partey's done out.
Outclassed.
Yeah.
Outclassed, that's what it is.
Makes you wonder why we bought Kivior, doesn't it? Because he's not going to play. I mean, I know he's had 1 and a bit games, but...
Jay says Arsenal are giving the title away. Yawn. City's title again.
We already did that last week, to be fair, didn't we? Yeah.
Not really, Dan.
Do you not think?
Still a lot
you thought that we were going to come here tonight and then blitz them?
We were saying beforehand that this is the biggest game of, I think somebody on the panel said 15 years. We haven't shown up like a team, man, have we? So I understand what you're saying about the previous game, but
I didn't feel like. I just felt that this performance was coming. That's why I predicted it, man. I just didn't see this team doing it tonight.
We've still got time, man.
I mean, we've come out in the second half and nothing's changed.
No, I just look. Even not. You can be critical. I do think things have changed. I do think.
What's changed?
No, the way the team has started is a lot better. Like, we have tried to get forward a bit more. We've had a shot. We have played a bit better. That doesn't mean that we're amazing. It just means that we've...
Look, in the first minute of the second half...
yes, but...
They miskicked a chance.
You can't say we look exactly the same.
Arsenal ball, get on that.
We look better. Look, we do look better.
That's it. Come on, don't give up.
I think
Arsenal in possession, Gabriel. Out wide. Who's that, Zinni?
Yeah.
But back to Gabriel.
Doesn't matter, man.
5, 6 City players in our half. We've got the ball, but we're struggling to get out. Partey back to hold him. Back to Gabriel. Yeah, I expect to see some movement off the bench soon. I'm not saying it's going to change much, but
what would you do, Turkish?
We're struggling. What would I do?
Yeah, what would you do, or what do you want to see? Because we've got options, man.
I ain't actually got the answers, you know. I can't lie to you. It's easy to say I like to see Trossard, but I don't think Trossard coming on changes this game.
Come on, go on.
That's a ball.
Get at him.
That's
Go
it.
on.
Put it in.
Oh.
You ain't gonna do that, my guy. You've just got to cross it.
Seeing him out, Walker, Zinni.
Oh my God.
Kyle Walker's having a very good game. He's doing what he does, man. He's a beast.
Just
He done it
brushed him
calmly as
apart,
well.
didn't he? Like, just...
Didn't even use no energy for that. Goal kick City.
Have to change it.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, I would have probably. I would bring on Trossard. I would try and somehow bring Trossard and.
Oh, no!
Who's that? Gabriel. That is absolute shambles.
God, Ramsdale.
Ramsdale was a save.
City
Thank
versus
God for
Ramsdale.
him.
One-on-one.
That's feeling like.
Haaland was one-on-one.
No.
What are you doing with that pass? You're lucky.
Gabriel there.
How lucky was that pass?
You know that?
Yeah, no, he done the same thing, if not worse.
What's that?
What are you doing, my guy?
Yeah, man.
Who was that? Jesus.
Like,
Just
who
been
you
invisible,
passing
ain't he?
to?
Is this what Haaland does to people?
Haaland's actually been like poor for him today.
Yeah, in terms of his.
In terms of, you know,
scoring.
he should finish that, no matter how good the save is.
No, he's had a couple he should be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had quite a few chances.
But I'd say poor.
What are you doing?
Who was that?
God.
Oh my God.
That's so bad.
Every fucking time, Kevin De Bruyne. Every game.
I thought it was a thunder going out that side, bro.
Oh no, this is mad.
That was Odegaard who gave that away as well.
Maybe I was
The
too.
ball's there to the left.
Maybe I
Pass
was
it
too
to your
optimistic
left
with
back.
3-1 when I got told that's toxic. Maybe I should have gone 6-0.
But we've changed nothing. There was no point waiting for 10 minutes to see if anything would change. We changed nothing, and the game continued exactly as it was.
Can't criticise anyone, though.
We could have conceded 30 seconds
I was telling
earlier.
BFG over there that nothing had changed. Really.
Oh, you're talking to this AirPod guy, man.
Left back. Go to the left back. No, you want to play in a congested space.
Right there is shocking.
Oh, watch
for Martin Odegaard.
Watch Partey. Why is he fucking jogging? Why has no one gone to De Bruyne? Why?
That's too
Partey's been shit today.
Odegaard as well. What is he doing? That's two times in
And
2
all
games
your
now,
legs are just
where he's just given the
open.
ball away.
Yeah.
The pass was never on.
Make all 5 changes, I beg.
My man just had his legs open in front of
Nah,
De
this is
Bruyne.
an absolute demolition derby, mate. Absolute demolition.
Partey's
Shocking.
You know what? Just take Partey off as well. I don't give a fuck because he's
If the
been
game's
shit.
done, take five players off and just go and give 5 people that actually want to come and run around and give 110%. I've had enough of this. This time of the season, every season this happens. We just get destroyed. Yet again, this has happened. At 1-0, keep it at 1-0 for as long as you can. We can't do it. We come out in the second half, it doesn't change anything at all, and then straight away they should have scored, and now they have. Embarrassing.
There was a lot of us, quite rightly, laughing after Tottenham last week. The way we're going, it's not that bad in terms of performance, but scoreline.
No, they're doing
it. Could be headed that way. Look, they're doing.
Let them do the puzzle, and I hope all the players are watching and embarrassed, because that's what should not be happening.
We've got to say,
We're good enough for the title, man. This is
Turkish,
ridiculous.
I've got to call it, man. Why were there no changes at half time? We all seen it.
Embarrassing from the manager.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
What's that saying? If you keep everything, the definition of insanity.
Do you know what? You are an absolute shambles.
Definition of insanity, trying the same thing over again,
and
expecting a different result.
Exactly.
But I'd even say that applies to starting Rob Holding at the start of the game when we'd seen the last 3 games.
Free kick Arsenal. Jesus.
Oh my God.
No, I'm sorry, but Partey's been a disgrace because you know why I keep on mentioning him? Don't get it twisted. The whole team's been dead aside from Ramsdale, yeah? But Partey, at the end of that first half, you can see a silly free kick. And then that one there, you're just jogging to the guy on the ball that has 2 Arsenal players in front of him and you're watching De Bruyne go into space on the left.
But what about the ball from Odegaard?
Of course him as well, of course. But,
no, but he didn't. What I'm saying is,
the experienced one. Like, how is he making such?
One of ya hit it. One of ya. One of ya.
Shoot!
Oh, go on, bang that.
Oh my God.
Shoot!
Oh. You see that? That's what defending is.
Cool.
See that?
Fucking brick wall.
Now I get your Odegaard fucked up.
No, what the point I was trying to make, he did it the week before as well against Liverpool. Give the ball away midfield and they went and scored. Yeah?
He's leaned towards that.
Hey!
That's handball.
That's a handball. He used his arm.
I hate the shirt sleeve thing. He's leaned with his arm.
They use the sleeve now, innit? That's the rule. If it hits your arm on the sleeve part, it's not
Sweat on the
handball.
sleeves.
Oh, come on. Just anyhow this can go in. Give us some form of glimmer of positivity, please.
Saka over the corner.
This is so disappointing.
Wait, is it?
Really.
Let's see what happens from this.
That's a good delivery.
What? That was a good corner.
It was.
What's he get? Oh my God.
What's he done? What's he done? A foul.
Flicked him apparently, so it's a foul.
I'm just waiting for the Instagram posts after the game. We'll keep fighting.
Ben White for Edison.
Yeah, that was justified actually. But why is Ben White doing that? You don't need to be doing that, bro.
Now they're all having a go at each other again.
Referee's
They've
calling
lost.
Xhaka over. Didn't see what happened because they were showing a replay of the corner. Oh, Grealish.
Oh no.
What's he doing? Why is Xhaka doing that for? That is just... What are you, a little kid or something?
He's rattled.
Yeah, but you're one of the most experienced players in the team. What is that?
Yeah, but
going
look
to
at our
achieve?
experienced players though. Holding, Partey today,
Hold your head, man.
Xhaka, Ghost, and that moment there he's being silly.
Oh my God! Look, he's brilliant.
And is that Jorginho?
Yeah.
El Mani says,
Jorginho come on
what
for Partey,
happened
he's
to
in
Arsenal's quote-unquote world-class players?
It's all gonna come in now, man.
Go ask the people that called people world-class, don't ask me.
Jorginho
Trossard and
for Partey,
Jorginho
Trossard
about
for
to come on.
Martinelli, I reckon.
Martinelli shouldn't come off if we want to get anything back in this game.
Yeah,
but
but he's done nothing, man.
Yeah, Martinelli.
It's a bit mad.
He ain't done nothing in this. To be fair, he's done nothing.
he hasn't, but this is
The thing is, none of the attackers have even got the ball, so I don't
This is
think
making the
Trossard's going to do much
changes. In the
either.
last few games, he's not been making changes, so
And
Bring
Xhaka's
him
off
on
for
early.
Jorginho.
He could have made, let's face it, he could have made 10 subs.
yeah.
Because, I mean, Xhaka there, what are you doing?
Oh God.
Why are these men
You know why he's brought him off, don't you? Because he's thinking he's going to get sent off.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would have
to be
taken
fair,
Partey
though.
off. Because in terms of play, he's actually been less worse.
It could be that, but he has come back from illness, and so maybe.
No, I don't think it's that.
No?
With respect, I think he knows he's going to get sent off.
his
You
head.
could see. I mean, why?
What's he doing?
You're putting
What are you
Grealish in a
doing?
headlock.
Get on the floor.
Go on.
Go on.
That's a ball.
Oh, go on, Saka.
Anyone want to get with him?
Who's it?
But he should have passed it earlier.
Close down and come out with it, but
Even
no.
Saka, that's the wrong option.
This game's going so quick.
What minute?
Pep wants more.
Good.
60 minutes.
Of course he does, man.
He ain't.
They smell blood.
Yeah, he's not like. He wants to trample our faces into the ground.
Ramsdale's on the ball.
That's what you do to your little brother.
Out to Holding. Whilst we try and play out the back people, it's been a little while since we've heard from James and Frank, so let's head over to Info Station and get their thoughts.
So I've got a real issue with Arteta's changes. Now Arteta's been criticised for substitutions a lot over the last few weeks, all the way back to Liverpool.
Rightly
I haven't
so.
really been on it, but yeah, but I haven't been on him too much. I think there have been other bigger issues that involve the players over the subs. Today I'm really, really annoyed with him and the subs he's made, because the thing is, and that's quite a nice play from Partey, the thing that annoys me is he's brought on Jorginho for Xhaka. Xhaka I don't think was a problem. Yeah, he was getting a bit heated, but I don't think he was doing anything wrong on the ball. And he's brought on Martinelli, but Martinelli's the one player who might do, he could be a 1 out of 10 performance all game, but might do something out of nothing.
He's our top goal scorer, James.
Well, and there's that as well. I'd then go further and say, you're now playing with two sitting, right? So Jorginho and Partey are going to sit. So Zinchenko's going to hug the touchline and get forward more. That's the one thing he doesn't do. So bring on Kieran Tierney. So I don't really understand what he thinks he's unlocking here, Arteta. If they turn it around by some miracle, then fair enough. But I'm not really sure what he's getting out of having Zinchenko wider, now having Holding still at the back playing. For people wondering what I would have done, I'd have just got Partey to centre-back. He's physical enough. Get him to do the job, man marking De Bruyne and Haaland with Gabriel. Get Holding off because he's been crap. And then get Jorginho into midfield instead of Partey and keep him with Xhaka. Quite frankly, they're not really playing, like they're bypassing our midfield anyway. I'd rather have the pace dealing with the front two. Frank, I've been ranting. What do you think?
Rob Holding's played 63 minutes too much football. I think today's been the final nail in the coffin. I don't think he's good enough for the club. It's unfortunate that Saliba's out, so we have to continue to see him in an Arsenal shirt. But the second Saliba's back, I don't think we should ever see Rob Holding in an Arsenal shirt today. An Arsenal shirt again, sorry. I've criticised Mikel especially over the last 4 games. He's not making the subs quick enough, and he's making the wrong substitutes. Once again, he's not made the sub quick enough, and he's made the wrong substitutes. I would have taken, I don't know what on earth he's thinking, taking our top goal scorer off. We're 3-0 down. We need goals.
You know, there was a stat sent through to me from my head of social media, big up, as Arsenal try and come, look at it.
Fucking hearted though.
I think Jesus has been poor, you know. And by half time, Rob Holding had the most touches on the ball and played the most passes. So clearly they're letting him have it. So get him off and get Partey in that position where he's more comfortable on the ball doing that role. Wow, Brighton are 3-1 down to Forest. That's kind of mad. Yeah, I think he's got this one wrong, Arteta. But the players out there, I'm not going to lie, they've disgraced themselves a little bit. It's not been good enough from them.
I don't get the thought process behind taking Granit Xhaka off. I know, like you said, it got a bit heated, but he didn't get booked for it, and it wasn't even Granit Xhaka that got heated. Xhaka walked away from the situation.
I thought Xhaka was one of the few showing composure on the ball.
Absolutely. I would have taken one of Partey or Odegaard off because they've not been up to scratch today.
I know he's gone Jesus on the left and Trossard up front. Well, Arsenal, you just keep battling. Listen, keep battling and just hope, because this hasn't been good enough. Back to Turkish.
Try something different, maybe.
And we're back, people. Edison's played it out the back, looking for Haaland, but we've got the ball. A couple of super chats have come in.
Oh, we've done it again.
What is this?
I look down for a super chat, I look up and we've given the ball away. Just like that.
He's got past him.
Just like that.
He's got past him.
Anyone want to go
So
to
much
him?
space. Look at the space he had there.
Wild shot. Who was that? Gundogan. Goal kick Arsenal.
I'll tell you what, you know, if City had not been so profligate in front of goal, we would be looking at a real heavy scoreline.
We could still be looking at it.
We could.
Don't ever get it twisted. MUFC Cast says, Guna Lee, me and Mons will be waiting for you. And Laurie, I hope to see you at the studio tomorrow. I demand answers. Your team has let me down again.
Who said that?
MUFC Cass. How many times has your own team let you down, Cass? I just want to know.
Cass,
you've got your own chance FA Cup final to stop the treble.
Thank you for feeding our AFTV studios, man.
Make sure you do that then.
I'm going to disagree with James slightly. I don't think the substitution of Xhaka was tactical. I think he did it to stop him from getting sent off. I mean, the man's got Grealish in a headlock. What was that about? What are you doing? That's why the manager's taking him off, because he thinks, you know what, loose cannon, going to get himself sent off.
Why is he making a foul there?
And I'm sorry, with Granit Xhaka, one of our most experienced players, Swiss international, it's not acceptable.
What
Holding fouls,
is he
Grealish.
actually trying to do there?
65
I'm trying to think though, like, I know obviously this season we haven't had any real bad performances, but is this probably one of the worst individual performances from a player for a while for Arsenal?
I don't think it's fair to just label him.
No, but like we've all been bad, but I think he's been very bad. So it's like,
the thing is, I just don't think he's even playing that much worse than his like ceiling is. I don't think he.
Because Gabriel's been shocking to us as well.
Gabriel's been poor.
Yeah.
Look at that! Look at that!
Again, lucky.
The biggest thing, outside of all of the mistakes and everything else, is just the lack of energy. Like, why do we look like
confidence?
Yeah, but
yeah. I mean, apparently it was a blessing in disguise.
Well, I said that, yeah. But I was wrong.
Apparently, so.
What's the blessing in?
Coming out of Europa League, we've got all the energy in the world.
It's no big shock to me, man. It's no big shock.
I'm not sure.
You know what? I'm going to disagree with you there, Dan. With respect, I am shocked. I genuinely thought that we would put up.
What are you
much
shocked at? The
more
result, the performance, the what? What are you
everything.
shocked
Like, we just look poor. Like,
I did think we'd come out with more fight.
yeah, more fight, more quality,
This is the worst.
more energy.
But this just reminds me of last season's games where we just threw it away again at the end against Newcastle and Spurs and all that, isn't it? What's the actual difference?
It does remind me of that Newcastle one.
It does.
Newcastle facing a better team.
We still got to go there, by the way, in a couple of
Brandon says these boys are out here passing like they're free up. Manager aside, there's no way a game of this magnitude warrants this effort. Shameless. And 40 says the players have had a shocker and the managers had a shocker as well. Agreed. How on earth is Holding still on the pitch is beyond me.
I think it's important that we don't scapegoat Holding. I don't like scapegoating.
I don't care.
He's not good enough for the club, though, right?
Yeah, fair enough. But
so we know that. Like, we know that.
But what I'm saying is he's been placed there because of what's happened to Saliba.
That's besides the point.
But
this summer we need to sort it out.
Yeah, fair enough. But what I'm saying is to come back to today. There's no one on that pitch. I mean, Odegaard, captain, twice in 2 weeks. He's given the ball away in midfield that's led to goals.
Again, poor.
Yeah.
Name me a big game he turns up for away from home. Was it North London Derby? Last time I've seen him away from home. A big game. I didn't see him at Anfield. I didn't see him at Old Trafford. I ain't seen him today. When's he going to turn up, our captain, for these big games? I didn't see him at St James's Park last season when it mattered. I didn't see him at North London Derby last season when it mattered. Come on, man. Like, these players.
So we're spending all our time talking about Holding, but it's not him.
And you know what, right? Where I agree with you there, Laurie, right? Holding, we've known Holding has not been good enough. Who's picking him? Yeah. Who's picking him and putting him in there? There's other options. We've all gone through them today.
Why did we buy Kivin?
Why is he set? And then not to pick him and keep him on when it's 68 minutes gone still and do nothing about it. It's poor.
Come on, let's get the ball forward.
Saka go.
No, but why are these men jogging? How have City got... Come on. They're just jogging, no one's really, there's no urgency. There's no belief on that pitch.
No, there isn't.
There's none.
It's been like that for ages, like in all the games. Like, I don't know where the urgency has gone.
You know where the urgency went?
Like,
after we conceded after 7 minutes. I think mentally...
No, but I think what we're genuinely looking at is it does look like even, you know, we went 2-1 against West Ham and it just looked like, we knew the second goal was coming. We knew it.
No, it wasn't like this though. It wasn't like this.
No, it wasn't like this. No.
This has been so comfortable. They're actually letting us have the ball. They're like, just leave them. Like, they ain't doing nothing with it. Let's let them pass it around like this.
This is brutal, man. Oh, man.
Bringing on Jorginho is basically saying, let's not concede 5 or 6
that's how I read that as well. Or no, to be honest though, I do think it had something to do with Xhaka getting booked as well. I think the manager must have thought, you know what, get him off before he gets sent off.
Maybe more efficient passer in the middle to break the lines, but
could have needed that earlier though.
The players are not. Yeah, the players haven't got the belief right now.
Do you know why I say that though, Turkish? Because arguably Partey's been worse than Xhaka in terms of his performance today.
They've been bad at each other in different ways. Xhaka's been ghost and Partey's been doing stupid things all game. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
They've both been shit.
Oh, go on.
And then he gives it away again, look.
Okay.
Gabriel picks up the loose ball. We're in the City
Keep
half.
going, Gabriel. Keep going, Gabriel.
Third.
That's good. Cross it.
Oh.
No. too easy.
Little
They
moment
snuffed
there,
that.
but
Get in there.
Press.
Oh, come on.
I'm sure it's an Arsenal sub coming on.
Grealish.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're bringing on Mahrez.
Oh my! You see why this ESR sub makes me annoyed, right? Because you've not played him against West Ham, you've not played him against Liverpool, you've not played him against all these teams, and now you bring him on. That's what I don't get.
And not only that, we need, to me,
You need a
there's
goal.
justification in taking Jesus off because he's done nothing today.
I'd have bought on Reece, to be honest.
Yeah, Reece, Eddie.
I don't get that. I don't like.
Who's coming off, sorry? Who was it coming off for Smith Rowe?
But why bring on Reece?
know
Why bring him on? Like I don't have an issue with ESR, but I'm just saying like it doesn't make sense.
Mahrez coming on after
I love
scoring a
Smith Rowe,
hat
but
trick
that's
on the
the reason I
weekend.
think Arteta's done with Smith Rowe, because it's almost like throwing someone on with 20 minutes to go when you're 3-0 down. It's almost like
Yeah, he's going. He's
you're
off
just
in the
throwing them to the
summer.
wolves
Yeah,
at
he's
that
off in
point.
the summer for
Who
sure.
came off for Smith Rowe?
Odegaard.
Odegaard's off.
See, that's bad, you know, your captain taking off in a high.
No.
He had to be, he was terrible, wasn't he?
Partey
He's been
wins it.
terrible.
Partey loses it.
You know, another one lucky to be on still. Partey. They're just both of them awful. Needed both of them today. Neither of them have turned up.
I said Partey was the most important player.
There you go.
Partey was I said that twice. I said Partey, if we're gonna win, Partey needs to be he needs to step up. Rodri's there, and he's been snuffed.
Was that?
Oh no, it's accidental though.
They'll probably give him a red.
It's accidental. He didn't even look down.
Yeah, I'll probably look.
Stones, you're blessed, man. Get up, it's 3-0, man. Sega says Arsenal top 4, no trophy. United top 4, 1 trophy, possibly 2. Who had the better season? Be honest about it. If you want me to be honest, who gives a shit about second? Who gives a shit about the Carabao Cup?
Who cares, man?
That's my
Both of us
honest
lost the
assessment.
title.
No, but
Who
they're
cares?
still in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Man United and Arsenal.
Let's see what they do against City in the final. Yeah.
Man United and Arsenal, if we've fallen that low, we're going to start arguing about who had the better season. We've both had a shit one.
Nick says the only upside is that the ladies are looking lovely today. To hell with holding.
Agreed.
These players are not title worthy.
No.
Tom says, do you think we'll struggle to get... Tom, are you going to ask about top 4 again? I don't understand, Tom. I don't get it. It's only been like 45 minutes since you asked about it in the first place.
Look at that.
What's
look.
that top 4 next season?
Look at that. Look how he's doing to hold in there. Bro.
How easy was that?
Grealish, bro.
Crazy.
I just can't believe Grealish.
I expected so much more from him. I can't lie.
Jared says, this result is the main reason why most Arsenal fans have been on a 1 game at a time thing. Proud we've punched above our weight, but City was always the better team.
You know what I'm worried about now, though? I'm going to say this openly. Yeah? I'm worried that if this game carries on like this, it could damage the rest of the season in terms of
What is the
confidence.
rest of the season, Laurie?
There's nothing left. We could lose every game and we'll be...
No, there's 6 games left, you know,
Yeah,
bro.
but what, City? We're going to finish second.
Are we? Listen, this
gonna
is a
finish
very
second.
damaging defeat.
We're going to finish second.
Man City could lose their game.
Magic says, I believe that this Arsenal squad was built to challenge for top 4 and not the league. We need better players. Bracket, not just a bigger squad to challenge teams like Man City. And Samira says, this is actually disgraceful. It's a final and they put this performance. How are they not running for each other? It's crazy. Lose, but lose with honour and fight. Saka, Nelly, Odegaard, disgraceful.
No, Charlie Patino's at the Emirates at the game.
Oh, is he?
Look at that.
Wait, he's on,
Afters
isn't
Oh, look, here we go, look.
Oh, don't
my.
start this.
What?
Saka's
Grealish is doing this deliberately.
I can't
Yes.
stand Grealish is a little weasel.
Yeah, he's doing
can't
this
stand him.
deliberately.
To be fair, I think Xhaka's probably worse. To be fair.
No, Grealish might have been winding him up, bro.
Yeah, Grealish has been involved in a couple of things.
Yeah, he left one in on Partey. He does it all the time.
How's Partey allowing my man to just grab his shirt?
Bro,
like
it's
that?
madness, you know.
How is Partey allowing that? I didn't want to say it, yeah. I was thinking, should I
It's
say it?
mad, bro. I didn't want to say nothing. I was going to keep my mouth.
You got to dash
Bro,
him.
it's mad.
And he's not even saying nothing, he's quiet. Grealish.
Bro, I swear, I wanted to keep my mouth closed.
Bro, I was
Bro, it's
thinking,
mad.
my man, and he's just there
Could you
quiet.
imagine, bro? Could you
You're
actually-
going to get a yellow anyway, just dash him.
I know, it's mad. That's literally everything you're saying, I was literally about to say. How are you going to let man violate? Like, look, that's a madness.
You chested him and he's gripped you up. Come on, Partey, man.
No, I think to be fair, Partey knew that if he got further than that, he's probably going to drop on the floor and try and get him.
Turkish is right though. They've both got yellow. So what's really happened here? Man got chiefed up like that. Look, neck grab. What? You're mad, mate.
Look at what he's doing to him, Laurie.
That's going to be a meme of
Laurie, you know as well, because you wouldn't allow anyone to do that to you.
That's Kwame, it's his squad name, brother.
I know he's got in. Don't worry, they're close to Jamaica. Trace back their roots. They're from the same place.
See, this is how bad it's getting now, man.
No, that was the highlight of the whole thing.
Man.
Hey, mate.
No, you know what? I don't blame Partey because I know Grealish. If he goes for that second thing, my man's going to drop on the floor and get him sent off.
Grab his shirt as well, at least, Laurie.
Yeah, but he did grab his shirt to start with.
And he went and just threw his chest into him and then put his hands out like this. And then Grealish is grabbing you up.
Do you know what? I would say that Leicester have done better against Man City than we have.
Brentford have done better against City.
I think that's quite
a few teams have.
But do you know what? At least that was pre-World Cup. Like Leicester, they've
look at that.
Fucking Akanji.
Oh my gosh.
This is mad.
Ross, that's a kanji.
Oh my god.
Look, that's a kanji.
Why not?
Oh my gosh.
Cut inside.
Oh, no. Oh.
Gabriel, that was a kanji that did that to you.
Man on.
No, that wasn't Gabriel. That was Ben White.
You sure?
Yeah.
Nice,
Go
Saka.
on, Saka.
Fucking hell.
Look at the support. Non-existent.
Yeah.
All trotting, like, all trotting.
Why have they got... Look. Partey, take your time, my guy. Take your time. What is he doing?
Got 4 man.
Boy. Ben White, man. You got some explaining to do. Kanji just rolled past you like you weren't there.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Clean shave. Get the sauce.
That was a clean shave.
Jack says, Man United fan here, top of the Premier League for most of the season, and last season you got 5th. Nobody would have thought that you'd be in this position, so respect to Arsenal. You have improved massively.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that's still poor though.
That's humble. That's definitely humble.
We know City are great society, but look at Liverpool for the last few years. Every big game with City, they have had City's number or City barely win. This is disgusting. Robbie says Tierney will be at Newcastle next year while Holding will still be at Arsenal. There's another Jenkinson stealing a wage. How can other fans not see it?
I think it's important that we don't scapegoat one player, man. There's so many players that have been off. I mean, look, Martin Odegaard, our captain in our biggest game of the season, he had to get subbed by the manager. That tells you. He gave away a ball that led to a goal 2 weeks on the trot. So come on now, it's not just Holding.
Big Ben says, why is everyone giving Holding heat when Gabriel's had a couple bad performances?
Gabriel's been shocking today.
Fair play to the fans though. Fair play.
I'm not even picking out one individual.
It's all of them.
Yeah, it's not. It really isn't. It's not Holding. It's not Odegaard. It's nobody. It's just the whole team.
Free kick about 25, 30 yards. 25 yards out. Who's over it? Smith Rowe and Saka?
That'll be a Saka left foot.
Yeah, Saka for sure.
Let's see what happens with this.
That Man City wall looked like it was going forward a bit.
Smith Rowe, top bins.
Saka top in.
No.
Yeah. Oh.
Over from Saka. Taylor says Grealish thinking he's hard. I'd have killed him right now. Leeds fan. Can we all agree Partey is not on Rodri or Casemiro's level?
Nelson and
Big up everyone.
10 minutes.
Oh, it's still on the pitch. 7.
10 minutes.
De Bruyne's coming off.
You think that's enough in a game like this?
I mean, it is what it is now, isn't it? Like
again, he's terrorised us again.
Yes.
Replaying De Bruyne's goals while the substitutions
he scored
happen.
the first goal at home.
He's the best footballer, best footballer in the league, isn't he?
De Bruyne batters us every time he plays against us.
Alex says, yes, it hurts. Yes, we hold the L. No excuses for this performance, but things like this build experience for a young team. We will bounce back. Miles says, I said to my friend today that even if we lose tonight, I'd still want to see a respectable performance. I'm speechless, Turkish.
Yeah,
we all are.
Adrian says, it's us fans who also it's us fans also to blame as we keep accepting substandard players in our squad. We need to be ruthless if we want to make it to City's level.
Well, look, off that super chat, I think there's a lot of players that, you know, we could talk about, and I don't think it's fair to do that because I think they've been amazing all season. But I would say Partey, he's the one that we need to speak about if that's what you want to do. He's not been great for the last couple of weeks. We could talk about Jesus if you want to. The lack of goals, you can talk about the amount of missed chances. I know he's been transformative. You could talk about Zinchenko and the poor defending. If you wanted to do it like that, we could. So look, like, ultimately, like, if you look at that performance today, what is the difference between Jesus and Lacazette from last season? I remember very clearly we played Crystal Palace away. We lost 3-0. He was horrible.
Look at that, look.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
So, like, I don't think it's fair to just be like, look, one game that we've not played well. Look, we didn't turn up. The lights got too bright. Our arses fell out. The manager's arses has fallen out as well over the last couple of weeks. You can go through many games in the last couple of weeks and he's made stupid decisions. It's just one of those things. Make peace with it and we move on.
Is it making stupid decisions? Making like...
No, look, as I said...
Making proper decisions.
He put on Kivior, who he's not played, and I feel like we went to a back five which didn't make sense. I didn't understand that. He took too long with the subs. We then go to the next point, which was the next game, West Ham. He took off Jesus and he took off Partey, and that didn't make sense to me. Why do that? You let Saka take the penalty when Jesus didn't, you know, he had scored already. Didn't make sense to me. You then go to the Southampton game. Fabio Vieira starting. Didn't make sense to me when you've got a European Championship winner. It don't make sense to me. So overall,
what the hell is he doing?
Arteta's been amazing, but he's also, you know, I feel like he's contributed to this, you know, this sort of little, I don't know, crumble, whatever you want to call it. So that's it. Like,
I think that where the manager's been exposed, and listen, we've said it before. We're not just saying it now. Is that when things go a little bit awry for him, he doesn't seem to...
He loses his arse. His arse falls out.
He doesn't seem to know how to make decisions to get us back in the game or to change a game.
It's not like...
And I've been saying that now for quite some time. When I first said it, I was getting stick from Arsenal fans, oh, leave him alone, this, that, rare, but, you know... I think
Who came on? Eddie and Reece?
Yeah.
Okay.
10 minutes ago.
Nice.
Reece, that's quality. That's quality.
Go on,
fight.
5
Well
on
played.
3. Go on.
One more, that's
in
it.
front of him, Reece,
right,
but well done.
Put it in.
Oh! Someone needed to gamble there.
Flashed across the 6-yard box from Eddie.
Not a single person.
And no
Good
one
by Reece there.
gambled in the 6-yard box. It was a good ball.
Yeah,
Alright, people, it's been a little while.
wasn't it?
Let's
In the
hear
game.
James and Frank's thoughts on Info Station.
That was actually quite bright from Reece and Eddie. Fair play to them. They're trying to show a little something. I think White's trying to show some fight out there, even if it's just leaving one on a player and trying to do something. The rest of the players, City are just letting us play right now. I think they're showing a degree of respect for maybe not even us, just the other competitions they have to play in and compete for. For everyone on the sofas and everyone watching, I know that this isn't exactly news that's going to brighten everyone's day, but Brighton's defeat does mean that Arsenal have confirmed Champions League football for next season. So look, I know that right now that isn't what we came into this match playing for, but it is what last season there was a load of weight and pressure on, and Arsenal doing so well before the last 4 games has put them in a position where they've been able to crawl over the line with that. But there are 6 games to play. Obviously, the state of play is that City are 2 points behind us with 2 games in hand. It looks very difficult to catch them, but I suppose you just fight to the end, Frank, don't you?
It's now the 85th minute. All 5 subs have been made. Rob Holding is still on the pitch.
I get it, but we've done the Rob Holding.
I am convinced that he's got Mikel's nudes.
Okay, but we've done the Rob. We've all blasted Rob Holding and, you know, his position on the pitch and the fact that he gets selected. But the bigger point is that where we are now, the team, okay, they've messed it up the last 4 games. They have to just keep going. They're probably going to fall short, but they have to keep going between now and the end of the season, no?
No, you're right. But this is mentally drained, to be honest, James.
I hear it.
It's taken Reece Nelson to come on to show a little bit of urgency in this game.
Yeah. Him and Eddie have done more than Saka and Martinelli and Jesus did all game. Now, in fairness, City are allowing it to a degree.
Yep.
but you know, at least they're showing something. Go on, just nod this in, make it 3-1 and make them sweat
Just a little bit.
Because they haven't had to work for anything all
Just
game.
a consolation goal. Just show a little bit of fight. It might be worth nothing, but do not let this end 3-0 or even worse.
Wow.
Score a goal. Do a goal.
Look, we're going to be live on full-time fan zone. You can all have your say after the game, so join us there. Back to Turkish.
Shit cross.
Corner's
That's a
clear.
shocking corner, that is.
Very poor. Who took it?
That's a ball, though.
Go on.
That's a pen if he goes down.
Thank you.
It's Rob Holding.
Rob Holding.
Oh
Robbie Holding.
my God. Well, you
Bobby
know
Holding.
that. All right, come on. How long we got? 5 minutes.
Can't be happy with that, man.
Shark said, come on.
Imagine we get a draw set and you just never know.
What? He took that very well.
Yeah, there was an excellent finish.
I think it's going to be offside in the build-up.
Yeah, from who?
Excellent
From who?
finish.
I think when that ball went out to Trossard, he might have been offside.
No. Oh, what, the first before that?
Yeah. When it first went back out to Trossard. But I don't know if they can go all the way back there, to be fair.
It's just
How much time do you think will be added on?
casual.
Barely any. Nothing's happened.
Those them little
finish.
scuffles and
Little
stuff.
scuffle,
About 3 to 5 minutes.
That was actually a finish.
Two goals in 5 minutes.
Why is he winking? Why is he winking like that?
Realize all things are possible.
Nice to see him
Beef
come off.
Nelson to score.
He was shit.
My man's fully winking like, yeah, like
Who?
he's
Grealish. All he did was just wind our players up.
He said he did shit.
Who?
Here, Grealish is
Yeah,
shit.
he didn't do
If
that.
Grealish was shit, I don't know what our players were.
No,
He terrorised us. They couldn't even tackle him once.
no, it was De Bruyne that terrorised.
No,
That's
they
it.
couldn't tackle Grealish either. Couldn't get near him.
Thing is, now we've got a 1 goal. Show a bit of intensity.
Get the ball up,
I
Trot.
know there's not enough time, but
Get the ball up there.
Remember when Leicester scored the one back at 3-0 down and then they nearly
Yeah.
scored again and
Yeah,
again?
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you expect to see now.
yeah.
But you,
That's nice. Turn.
That's
Ray!
Fuck, I hate Rodri with a burning
Same
passion.
here.
It's a foul and he's kicked it away.
Smart foul.
That's actually true. That's actually true.
yeah.
What's his name? Rodri or Rodrigo?
Rodrigo, but
I think he's got a long Spanish name, but they're just shortening it to Rodri, I think.
Brandon says it's clear that we need some more quality, but more important.
Go on, Eddie.
Come on.
Oh, Eddie, gamble there, man. Gamble.
Keep going.
Maximum effort.
Eddie should have gambled a bit more.
It's
there.
clear that we need some more quality, but more importantly, Arteta, his staff, and the players need to know their tactics inside and out. And another one from Abby saying, gutted for Arsenal. Was there for the taking regardless of the results against City. When Leicester won, they lost both games to Arsenal, but got clutch results when it counted. League was lost at home to, away to West Ham, home to Southampton.
Put it in front of him.
I don't even think that's true.
Go on, Reece.
It's like we literally.
He's
just leave it
actually
to the
made a
last
good
5
impact since he
minutes.
come on, actually.
Who's that?
Reece.
Yeah, he has.
He's been on. Listen, is he man of the match or outfield player? Probably done the most out of anybody.
Yeah, and then been on the pitch.
Oh, he patted him on the back.
My
swear
man,
Haaland just
picking
ran.
him up and
Exactly,
hugging him
man.
and
Like,
stuff.
just, oh dear.
What's he doing? What the fuck is he doing?
He could have got a yellow for that though.
Haaland's very clever as well, you know, the way he does
It's
that.
because he knows he's a
I feel
brute
like-
force. Like he knows that.
No, but he knows how to go to ground when it suits him.
Free kick City. Heavy with the super chat. United fan. Arsenal young squad is much better right now for the future compared to the last 10 years. So heads up, it's not over until the last game. Well, it is over.
Apparently, there's reports saying that VAR for the second goal was actually wrong. It was incorrect.
Really?
I mean, when we first saw it, it looked well offside, which is why we were so confident saying it was a good line.
Yeah, apparently they're saying that it looks to be
Where'd
wrong.
you see that?
On Twitter.
You see Twitter, them a lot of people just talk shit on Twitter.
No. It was reported from is it NBC in America? They're trying to say it looks.
But let's not get it twisted.
No.
City
I'm just saying.
Well.
That's I'm just saying.
We hadn't gone 2-0 down just before half time.
Yeah,
Look at the amount of chances they missed.
So there's 5 minutes added on, people, and as always, there's full-time show after, and it's fan zone. So it's your chance to take part. It's your chance to give your thoughts and on what is a disappointing night, losing at the Etihad.
How many times has Zinchenko given the ball away in this game?
James will be running it as usual.
When was the last time Zinchenko had a good game? Can I ask that question? I
can't really answer that.
I thought so.
But
Tini's sitting on the bench and everyone says, "Oh,
against Liverpool, he was good."
Second half, he was a shambles, weren't he? And then West Ham, did he play against West Ham, wasn't it?
No, it was Tierney.
It's Tierney. Southampton, awful. Tonight, awful. Can't remember the last time he played well. Anyway.
Yeah, sorry, as I was saying, people, fan zone after, so download the AFTV Plus app and follow the instructions. Obviously, it's through video, so make sure you're presentable.
How do we think Saka's played
your
tonight?
thoughts?
Poorly. I don't think anyone's played amazing.
Reece has caused the Kanji more problems than Saka.
Ramsdale and Nelson can say they haven't had a shocker. Everyone else has been pretty non-existent for me.
Yeah, some men have been goals, some men have been terrible. Minute and a half played of the 5 added on already, and yes, we got one back, but it hasn't really changed the tide in terms of us creating more chances, so it's just going to peter out at the moment. I don't see any more goals in this, but they could be famous last
Not
words
for the
as well.
first time, Kevin De Bruyne, man of the match against Arsenal.
Probably won't be the last.
That's what I was thinking. Ball over, goal kick Arsenal, yep. And then though says Saka's viewed as if he's Haaland, but he's not. Don't know who views him as if he's Haaland, but disappointing night.
Very
disappointing night.
Very disappointing.
And at some point today, I thought to myself, I should have gone. I should have gone. But this is exactly why.
Go on.
Go on.
Here we go. Go on, Eddie. Oh, should have.
Brilliant. Excellent football.
Eddie with a chance to run at the defender, took him in the box.
Oh, Zinchenko again.
He's
Zinchenko
absolutely
again.
dreadful, man. He has been so bad.
Can't turn.
Well done, Reece getting back as well.
When people say Man City are gutted, they got rid of Zinchenko to us. Like, I think they're coping all right.
Oh. Go on.
Go on, have that.
Just under 2 minutes to go. Let's see, have the ball. It's no use to us. Haaland drops, picks it up. Yeah, there's no. Well, I was about to say there's no fight left. There was no fight anyway, but you'd expect them to try and kick on from that one goal we scored.
Yeah, he's got his hair all out and everything.
He looked like a pony.
Was that a City free kick?
Yeah.
Just put him out of our misery, mate. Come on.
Look at this guy, bro. He's doing a fucking Head and Shoulders commercial in the middle of the game.
He's not had a good game. Well, when I say that, he has had a good game, but in front of goal,
In front of goal, he's been poor.
He
But
got
he's
outscored
dragged
by
out defenders left, right, and centre.
Outscored by Holding this game.
He's been one of the key reasons that the gaps have been created, especially in that first half.
In front of goal, though, he's not been at his best. That's for sure.
He didn't need to be.
Didn't need to be, no.
He caused enough trouble. For
Imagine if he was.
Mate.
That's disappointing. Only man of the match for us is Ramsdale.
Super chat here saying, was Gary Neville right? Are we the great pretenders? And listen, I don't think Gary Neville was saying we are pretenders. Gary Neville's thoughts, I never was, harshly against his thoughts because we've,
Yes.
I said 4-1.
Is that a poor game, Haaland?
My man took off his hairband and banged it in.
I actually said 4-1.
That was another defensive mistake, though.
Guy took off his hairband and 10 seconds later.
Can someone clip that? I actually said 4-1.
We need to
He
blow the
buried
whistle, man. We need to get out of there.
4-1.
4-1.
So it looks like the Gooner Lee, BFG. He's sitting there smug because he got it right.
Yeah, check your studs, Partey. Yeah, now's the time. 95th minute. See if everything's all right.
Very
This is mad. I actually.
How
I
toxic and
honestly
negative
can't
do you sound, Lee? You should never have gone 4-1, mate. Never.
You manifested it. I blame you.
Listen, listen. As I said, I'll be honest. I said this to
I'm
James.
with you, bro. I knew we'd lose tonight. It was
I said to
obvious
James,
to
look,
me.
this team have earned my trust all season, but in the last 10, the business end, I don't trust them. I don't trust them because they've shown me that they can't do their job. They've shown me that they can't be trusted. They've shown me that when they have a 2-0 lead, that they get nonchalant. Unfortunately, that's just what it is. It doesn't mean they're bad. It doesn't mean that they haven't been fantastic all season. But in the crunch time, the business end of the season, I've lost my trust that they've built up.
That's it. It's all over.
That's it.
That's the Premier League record as well for Haaland.
Yeah.
It had to be 4-1, final whistle. Haaland's broken the Premier League record for goals in a season. He's on 33 now. And in my opinion, the title race is over. I don't know what you lot think. Does anyone think it's not over?
Mathematically, it's not over, but I think we all
Psychologically,
know.
it is.
It was done. It was done before this game for me, but that's just
This
it's
is
now
the
in the coffin.
nail in the coffin,
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on here? Ben White and... Ben White, don't get yourself sent off now. There's no point.
Yeah, we need you.
You can still get sent off now.
What's happening? Like what?
I think there's no point showing passion now. Trying to do that was just
Probably somebody said something to him and he's reacted in a certain way.
Players
No point in him getting sent off
seem
now.
to be having a go at each other. But
You
it's
were
been
well
broken up.
beaten. Forget all the histrionics and all that. You were well beaten, bro. There's no point in that. It's just going to look silly. Accept your defeat. Come again next week.
Why is Holding just like shaking Haaland's hand and like just go and thank the fans for coming?
No, but you got to congratulate the winner.
Fuck that. Fuck all of that. Well, you think back in the day, Arsenal United used to congratulate the winner at the end
Yeah,
of
but
the
what's the point of acting salty? You just got smoked.
Fuck that.
Turkish.
Fuck that. Go to the fans, say thank you for coming down 3-4 hour drive, appreciate
You
it.
can do that as well.
And get off.
But we got smoked. That's...
Fuck shaking their hand, man.
4-1, bro. Go to work.
So we need to. We would need to lose and draw at a minimum, and we'd have to win every game.
No, we don't deserve it, do we? Look.
Let's not do maths.
We've not won since. When was the last game we won? We've not won for 4
For
weeks.
Liverpool. Who did we play before Liverpool?
Leeds.
What was the score there?
4-1
So no wins in 4. So come on, that's not title winning 4.
Yeah, man.
3 points from the last 12.
Oh, this is annoying.
3 points from the last 12. That says it all. That says it all.
And it's not just the fact that we were beaten today. I think we can all agree we were well beaten. We didn't even come close to beating City today. The much maligned Rob Holding was actually the person who scored for us. Gabriel, I don't think I've seen him have a worse game. Odegaard was shocking. Partey, the list goes on. The only person who can really hold his head up high tonight is Ramsdale.
I said it.
Just about, because the first and fourth goals you should be saving.
Reece Nelson, come on and give
Yeah,
us
Reece.
Reece was good today.
Look, City are celebrating like they've won the title.
They know they've won the title. They know.
And we know.
Yeah.
Well, we knew on Friday when we were lying down on the pitch.
Yeah, you could tell the reaction from the
It
players.
was obvious to me.
And the
yeah.
manager.
It's obvious, wasn't it? Everyone lying down crying because we drew to Southampton. I think that was pretty obvious we threw it away then. So this is just the nail in the coffin.
I'm so disappointed, man. I really am. I
You know
really thought
the
that we
scariest
might-
thing about this performance? 4-1 is actually a good scoreline for us. We could have actually lost 7-0, 7-1. Quite easily. Haaland could have had a hat trick.
I agree with you, Lee.
That's the scariest thing.
And it's like 6 or 7. Yeah.
Quite easily, and okay, fine, let me not even say 7. It could have been 6. That could have been 6 quite easily. I can think of, the 2 Haaland easy misses in the first half.
And I remember a couple of seasons ago, De Bruyne actually really dissed us. I think he was at the Emirates. He scored a couple of goals, and he said it was the easiest.
Yeah.
Remember that?
It's a
couple of
kickabout.
seasons.
Look
ago.
at him. Look, this is what I mean, right? Like, he's meant to be an Arsenal, cult hero, whatever you want to call him, and he's just there.
No, but he played for City. as
I
well.
don't care. So what? So what? So did Schmeichel. You're not going to see him lapping it up. So what? And this is what it's honestly. It's just like it's almost like the DNA. Like this, it's just weird.
I think City are like celebrating like they really do believe that's it, isn't it?
Do you not, Laurie? Laurie, man, stop this, man. It's crazy.
Laurie knows, man. Laurie knows.
It's crazy.
It's not over till it's over, mate.
You can't keep. You're expecting it. Look at how many times are you going to try? Or we're going to move the needle. We said, oh, we had to beat West Ham. We didn't. We had to beat Southampton. We didn't. Now we've lost against our nearest, and they've got 2 games in hand. So not only are you expecting Arsenal to do something really good, which is to win every single game against harder teams, but you're asking Man City to now drop points. It's
drop points. They need to lose one. They need to lose 2 basically, don't they? Lose one, draw one, and then we got to win all of our games, and then it's. No, we turn up at St James's Park like this. I
don't even know where.
I'll be honest. I don't even trust us against Chelsea. I actually don't.
Newcastle,
I don't trust us against Brighton. I don't trust us against Nottingham Forest, who beat Brighton today.
That Newcastle game looms ominous, man. Because that's another away game against a team that's going to need the points.
But we're not doing anything anymore anyway. So what does these games really matter?
It's pointless.
To secure second. All right, cool.
It is pointless. Come on, it is done. We're put out of our misery, and it's unfortunate. But as I said, what I have seen from today, these are the things I'm looking at. You know what? I wasn't too keen on Declan Rice, but I think someone like Declan Rice is a good character to get in now. He's a warrior. He seems to be a bit more of a leader, and I feel like he would have been perfect for a game like this. Caicedo, another one. These are the things that you've got to now look forward to next season, because right now we don't have the bottle, we don't have the minerals. We're going to be in Champions League. Even our important Fab 5, none of them turn up.
It gets harder from here.
It gets hard. So I'm saying that's what you have to look forward to now. We can't keep, worrying about this season now. Like we've done, as I said, extremely well. But in the business end, squeaky bum time, we have faltered, and that's it. That's it. Like we don't have to accept the banter from Man United fans or Liverpool fans, because we've had a good season, very good.
I'm just worried about the effects.
There's no need to worry, because last season we ended off the season quite poorly, and then what we did this. So don't worry about all of this ending the season poorly. We just need to now learn.
There's 6 games left.
No, I know. So, but I'm understanding that. But last season we ended the season poorly. I'm saying, and we came into this season and we had a good, fantastic start. Look up to Christmas, we were scoring goals, playing Halaand Goal football. So look, now we've reassessed, reset. And we can move and we go forward again. I don't feel like
the biggest disappointment is that we threw every single competition away for that performance tonight.
There you go, and which
was gutless.
That's the annoying thing.
Let's be fair.
It's like we've been going on.
And that's if we hadn't already thrown it away in the last 2 games.
And it's like you look at it and you say, look, everyone kept saying, oh, we've got bigger fish to fry. And this is something that hopefully the Arsenal fan base are going to learn from as well. You can't keep every single disappointment trying to find a shining light. Sometimes, if you smell a BO, brother, you stink. That's it. You can't keep trying to find different avenues to work your way out of it. Sometimes, Arteta or whoever it is just needs to hold that. We have faltered in big moments this season. And that's it. Sporting Lisbon, Brighton.
He's got to win something next year, otherwise it's £500 million and you ain't won nothing yet. Come on, man.
I think what is shown today is that the disparity between the 2 teams in terms of quality. They can bring on Foden, they can take off certain man, bring on Mahrez. We're bringing on, obviously we had Reece Nelson, who played fantastically well for a short period of time. In Nketiah, they've probably done more than Martinelli and Saka. But do you know the problem with that? You are right in what you say. Yeah. But do you know the problem with that is, when did he bring them on? 10 minutes.
Yeah,
left. I know. But this is
it's not enough to make
levels. And
Reece, to be fair, and Eddie to a slightly lesser degree.
Yeah,
They both did well in the time that they were on. But
You know what as
can't
well, right?
expect
If I'm Kieran Tierney and I'm looking at Zinchenko playing this poorly and still getting ahead of me, I'm asking questions. I'm knocking on his door.
I think he's
Do
off
you want me to go then now? I'll go now if you want.
I think they've had that conversation already.
Well, I reckon that has been done now because he ain't even using the guy.
No, Tierney's gone.
It's a shame, man.
And look, even today, and whatever his reasoning is, I don't get it. ESR, I don't even care about ESR. I don't even think he's that great. But my point is that why bring him on today? But the driving force that he is, we know he gets goals off the bench. You haven't put him on against West Ham when we were needing a goal. You didn't bring him on against Southampton when we were needing a goal. You played Fabio Vieira, who he looks to be out of his depth at this current moment in time. He needs to learn from this as well. And the good thing I like about Arteta is he seems to learn from his mistakes.
Does he?
No, he does learn from his. He does. I think overall, you look at his managerial stint with.
Yeah, but how long have we been saying that his substitutions are no good?
No, but I think
we've been saying that all season.
No, but again, what I think is you're missing. Give him credit. This season, he has made some good subs, and they have made a difference in certain games. I can think of quite.
No, listen. He has done very well overall. I wouldn't question that.
No, but his
I'm not
subs
saying
have got. But in recent time, they've been poor. But I think throughout the season, other than the Man United away game, I think his subs have got. They've been good.
He's there.
I think he's got better. He's got better.
He hasn't got the likes of Mahrez and them to bring off the bench. We haven't got that. We've got a weak squad, and unfortunately, this is where, at the time, as Lee's saying, squeaky bum time, where you need that bit of quality to get.
I wouldn't agree with that. I wouldn't say we've got a weak squad. It's not as strong as City's.
It is, because you take one man out of our team, and that's it.
If you look at, we're bringing in Rob Holding. Ake's injured. They bring in Kyle Walker.
You're not comparing. You're comparing apples and pears now. City, we agree, is different.
Well, yeah, but that's who we're competing with, right? So you've got to compare it to that.
But you look at all the teams, all the top 6 teams, the so-called top 6 teams. They've all got an alternative. We don't. We have to have that strongest side. That's our strongest squad, bar Saliba.
But respectfully, again, we can talk about squads all we want. We've got one game a week, and we have not played well. The 5-6 top players in our team have all played poorly. So we can keep talking about squads all we like, but we have to put it on these guys and say, look, Odegaard, you've not been great for the last couple of games. Again, there's no problem with saying that. There's not like me scapegoating him. There's no problem with saying, Jesus, you missed a bag full of chances against Southampton. You didn't cover yourself in 100% glory against Liverpool. We can be honest and say that. So it's a bit of everything, a bit of everything.
All right, people.
Oh, we're gonna have to deal with this shit for the rest of the week now. People messaging
rest of the week, rest of the season, mate.
We're playing for pride now. I mean, I think that we've got to be honest and say the title's pretty much gone. But the team have to be professional about it. It's 6 games left. We have to try and win all 6 games. Simple as that. Starting with Chelsea next Tuesday.
How many games have we got left?
6 now.
5, I think.
5, isn't it?
5 games.
5.
Have I given us an extra game?
Yeah, 5 games.
Yeah.
They've got 7.
3 home,
we
2
played 33.
3 home, 2 away.
Yeah, 5 games left for the
5
season,
games left. We've
people.
got to try and win.
I'd start making some changes.
Yeah, so
let some of the players that have played all season have a rest. Start playing. I'd start with Reece Nelson. Start with Nketiah.
Tierney.
And Trossard.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see how it goes. 5 games left, people. It does look like it's over. If you ask me, it is over.
We made Champions League, by the way, for next season today.
Yeah. 4-1 loss to City at the Etihad. That puts them 2 points behind us with 2 games in hand. Tough task from here. It is what it is, people. I want to say thank you to Izzy for making her debut today.
Big up.
And big up everyone on the panel and everyone that tuned in, apart from the ops, because there's a lot of ops in the chat right now. It is what it is, people. We move. That's all we can do. It is heartbreaking.
Very disappointing.
Very disappointing, humbling. Frustrating, humbling. It is what it is, people. We are going to wrap it up here. Obviously, FANZONE full-time show is going live around 10-15 minutes after this one ends. You can take part, download the AFTV Plus app from the Play Store or the App Store, depending on what device you're on. Follow the instructions and make sure you're presentable because it is in video format. And give us your thoughts, because this was the big one, this is the big one, and we didn't get it over the line, people. We walk away with nothing tonight. And City have full advantage now. We'll wrap it up here. Love for the love, people. We're out. Peace.
Wow, Lee, you're levitating.
NordVPN has made me one with the universe, Cecil. No more pop-ups, no malware, and I'm saving money exploring international prices. Also, all my devices are protected by next-generation encryption.
So you found peace?
Yes, Cecil. Just change your location in the app and transcend space and time.
Wow, I feel invincible.
Tell the nice people what to do.
Click the link, people. Click the link.